Welcome to another episode of Real Talk True Stories, the podcast. We're back again for another one. You get me some Jamaican Independence Day, man, as well. We've got a fellow Jamaican. I was going to say fellow, I'm not Jamaican. I'm even mad. It's my fellow brethren who's Jamaican. You get me? But we're drinking Maggie's, so
yeah,
might just be honorary today. Cheers to that. You
cheers.
get me? We've got a couple of Maggie's. We always drink Maggie's though. That's what we drink. So it's normal, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always.
Got the yak inside as well. But yeah, man. Trying to think the right word for your title, man. I'll reel it off and then you correct me if I'm wrong. I'm gonna say content creator. Kinda, featuring in the content.
Yeah, featuring it.
Here and there.
You can call me a presenter.
Presenter's a good one.
Podcaster. Yeah, I'm happy with
Panelist.
that. Panelist.
A little bit. Have you? I think maybe.
Shit talker, whatever. No, I'm joking.
Professional.
Because I actually don't talk shit. That's one thing people always tell me, that when they listen to me, that they enjoy listening to me, because like a lot of my views that I have on like whatever it is we're discussing, like it doesn't just sound like I'm just talking a load of nonsense.
Realistic.
Yeah.
Cut through the mess.
Yeah.
I like that because I feel like we was all just talking off camera. A lot of things for clout now.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of stories out there where people are chasing clout, trying to get the followers up, trying to get some likes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes you can see, even though people disguise it well, sometimes you can see what people are really looking when they go on a rant and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Like,
Do you get
are you
me?
being informative, or are you looking for attention, or are you looking to done someone today?
No, but it's most time, innit? You can tell.
Yeah.
The authenticity really shines.
Mm-hmm.
It does. And I think, do you know what? You're right. Because I never picked up on that, actually, to make notes for the show. Because what we research before. I watched a few episodes last night of your lot's podcast and that. And I did, even though I didn't write it in my notes, I picked up on it by default. That you're like that. You're calm, cool, collective. If someone else says something a bit crazy, you might be like, I don't know, because, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll definitely give you the real talker.
Yeah.
So I'm on Real Talk True Story, so that makes sense. You get me? But yeah, I think I've been watching a lot of podcasts again, especially over the lockdowns and that. And I remember I was recording a mixtape. And I come in this room where we're at now, and the room was very different back then, by the way.
Yeah.
And I see my boy A Squeezy in there. That's why I came in, actually, just to say, yo, I ain't seen him for a minute. And then there was 3 lovely ladies sitting on a table, and you was one of them, and I already knew you from prior.
Yeah, I was gonna say, sorry. How funny is it that now you're interviewing me? Because where do we actually meet? Because
I'm gonna get into that. Hey, you're a G. I'm gonna get into that still. Right. So obviously, but when I walked in, I've seen you, and I go, oh, well, go on. And then you had your other 2 co-hosts, said hello. And it's mad because at the time it's the same room as this.
Yes,
I was working on music a lot at the time. You lot was podcasting, and then a couple years down the line, obviously now I'm podcasting and this is my room.
Yeah,
that's I'm trying to say? That's
mad.
Crazy, isn't it? So when she says she's coming down, I was like, it's the same room, She's like, what? That's the same room. It looks mad different.
It does look different
from their episode still.
Completely redone.
So before we get into that story, I'm gonna tell them where I remember you from, because I remember you before that.
Did you? Oh, okay.
You don't know this, but I remember you from quite a bit before that. It was actually funny when I turned up to that interview. It was interesting that you was one of the people that was going to interview me, because I remembered you from a Jump Off advert.
Oh, yeah.
And this Jump Off advert was Charlie Slop, I think, when he was part of Jump Off.
When we was out in the forest. Was it that?
I think.
Or was it the one inside the studio?
Inside the studio,
yeah,
I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it was like you and a couple other ladies in it.
Yeah.
And he was doing that, like, you know how he does the jokey, bantery stuff and that. And I just remember you being in the advert. I think you was modelling, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Like, you was actually a model at the time, because you was I think all of you was in bikinis and these things and that, holding signs up like it was a boxing match or something. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But I just remembered your face.
Yeah.
And then fast forward, I think 2015, I've dropped another little like EP or something, and there was a girl. What's the other girl's name as well that hosted the show? Do you remember what station was it? I forgot.
It was a radio station in Croydon.
It was definitely in Croydon.
Yeah, it was.
Travelled far.
And it was like in Whitehorse, and then near Whitehorse, and then the show was called The One Night Stand Show.
The One Night Stand Show.
Yeah.
It was juicy.
Yeah, which is so weird that I have a podcast now, and it was like back then, obviously podcasts weren't a thing.
Yeah.
It was just weird that I was part of someone else's, and I'm like, fast forward, I've got my own, yeah.
And you done well though.
Yeah.
Because I was surprised. I was thinking, that's that. I thought you was getting interviewed before me, and then I realised, she's one of the hosts.
Yeah.
This is mad still.
Yeah.
And then obviously raw, like, I don't think I ever met, because I'm cool. Like, I never mentioned nothing like that. I just kept it normal.
Yeah.
All of us had a drink and that. Good vibes.
Yeah,
and I thought, you know what? She's good people, and we always stayed in touch since, to be honest. And I think that's where, like, for me, that's how you got on my radar. And I saw you do the interview and that, and I was thinking, yeah, do you know what? Out of the team here, they're all decent, but you kind of was well spoken.
Yeah.
Your tone and that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think with like interviewing and hosting, as we all know, we've all grown up watching like either a favorite TV show or listen to a radio show when you're driving, and sometimes the person's voice and delivery counts a lot.
Of course,
you know what I'm trying to say?
because you have nothing else.
It's
to
the only thing.
Yeah.
It's especially with no cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Definitely.
So then that's why when I saw you in the room with Arnold and that,
Yeah.
I was like, this suits her.
Yeah.
I think I said that to you. This suits you, and that's all I said because you had people and you was getting ready, and you know when you're getting ready to go in.
Yeah.
And I just
And was probably late as well.
You was probably late. I kept it short and sweet, and then just said good luck and whatnot. And then man, ever since I've watched the show grow, and we're talking about the pretty privileged podcast, by the way, for anyone that hasn't clocked on yet.
Yeah.
And that for me, I feel like, if I'm honest, I thought it was gonna blow, like blow. It done well. And it took a hiatus, which we'll get into, but I thought it was going to blow.
Yeah. Do you know what? I don't really know what I'm just, I don't want to say I don't expect stuff, but you know, like when you don't want to put your heart, like, oh, it's going to be like this or whatever.
Expectations.
So I didn't really, I should have really thought, I'm going to be as big as like the receipts or whatever. But because there wasn't a lot.
Big up Audrey.
Yeah. Very good podcast,
it's my Kelly, man. How I met Audrey.
Yeah.
I went to an interview on Westside Radio and she interviewed me.
Oh, sick.
So look at the journey.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people grow, man. Evolve.
Yeah. But, so I didn't, obviously you want it to do good, but, it's a cute project you start. You're just kind of doing what you enjoy doing. So, but yeah, which
is the best way.
Yeah. And in a short space of time, like, it done well. Obviously, had a few rocky moments on the way. Obviously Corona came as well. Mashed up the base.
Do you know what? I did say that to Moses off camera. That was for me one of the things that slowed you lot down a bit, maybe. Because
we started towards the end of 2019. So we literally got ourselves out. It was doing great. Then Corona came and then it was like, oh shit.
And that first lockdown was tricky even for content creators because there wasn't even a coffee shop open.
Yeah. Logistics were.
Yeah, let alone a studio. Yeah. And people, let's not be, even like, I think there was, I won't put his name out, the studio owner, even he was like, bruv, I'm open for work, bruv. Yeah. So if you want to come through. But even me, the first time I came here was well after the 3 months of lockdown because I was weary. And when I came here, I come here with a mask, some antiseptic wipes.
Oh yeah,
I come here with a spray, like in the, like to the point where like I come in and I wipe the door handle before I came in and that. I was moving shook, bro. COVID had me shook for a second still for like the first 3 months. These times I already had it actually. But I just didn't know I had that. Yeah. Later on, when you have it again, you're like, oh, I had this before.
Yeah. Is this what it is?
I had it 3 times, man.
That's mad.
Yeah.
But you're all still standing?
Nah, yeah. All of them were like, nah, man.
Oh, okay.
Well, I should say yes on camera.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, it's calm if you're not.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's I can see why the making of the content would have slowed down. Yeah. But if you could somehow have kept on making content, I think you would have blown in that lockdown.
We did still do like some stuff like it wasn't over Zoom, but it was basically the same idea as doing it over Zoom. But it's not the same like when you're in the studio with people. Do you know what I mean?
Ain't, man.
Like we still managed to do it, and I guess like it kept the momentum of people watching us or going back to like the stuff we did in the studio. But in terms of us really like growing, there was other stuff like there was like Tory Lanez was doing these lives. Do you know what I mean? There was so much other stuff that people were watching. It was like people want to watch a proper podcast. They don't want to watch you. Do you know what I mean? Over Zoom. I didn't know, but it was excitement.
That was your thinking.
Yeah, that was my thinking. It was just there was so much more excitement. Yeah, because people love to be in people's business. They love the hype. They love the drama. When you got people sitting down and having proper conversations, it's like, do we want to watch girls shaking their bum, or do we want to watch someone doing a podcast over Zoom?
I hear that.
Do you get what I mean?
That was their time.
That's just real.
No, you're not wrong. My brethren, as soon as I started podcasting, he said, "Yeah, you just got to get the girls with the big batties on." And get them to talk crazy, and I was like, "Bro, I'm not going down that route." And he was like, "That's how you blow." And he's right, even though it's sad. He's got a point, isn't he?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I get where they think that's
where they think, because of American culture.
And it depends what kind of person you are. Like, if you like to intake that, because there's like my sister, she'll watch some things and she'll go, "Yeah, the girls are pretty, but they're not really saying much."
Shallow and hollow.
Yeah,
man.
they're not really saying much. So she's like, "They look good to look at, but you need more than that, don't you?" You need proper stimulating conversations, even if it's not about anything too serious, but just, do you know what I mean?
You look good from far, but they're far from good.
Wait. But you know the Zoom stuff and everything like that, because I think people really wanted fresh content.
Yeah.
But the energy, like you said, the energy weren't there. Like it would lag, someone would be creasing, you'd be like, what?
Yeah.
And everyone
awkward.
It would fuck up the base for everyone.
Awkward.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you're smiling, laughing. Do you know what I mean? Because I have one of them voices.
Even though he was on time as well. Like, are they caught up with my last sentence shit?
Yeah. Well, the way we did like a mad thing. Like, I think we was like on a joint way call, but we was recording ourselves at the same time. But when they edited it, obviously it looks like the conversation's happening at the same time. So we didn't really have that issue because it was a normal call.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah.
No, I hear that. So COVID kind of stunted it a bit.
Yeah.
But you know what I noticed later on down the line, I think you've done link up hubs.
Yes.
And they and you know what? They're very well filmed, them hubs.
They are.
I think the only thing about them, I think when I deeped it last night, because I was really like, last night I was getting ready for the episode. And I was thinking, why none of the hubs really blew with no one, no matter what the guest was. And I think it's because you lot had your own fan bases on your own channels already. And then the aesthetics of the hub was like, it wasn't unique to one person, if that makes sense. Like it was like Pound Sterling and that done one, Margs and that done one, Costello done one.
But I think that was kind of the concept.
Yeah, you just come in and...
Yeah, and for us it was just, obviously there's people, for example, that might have come for Pound Sterling's pod to hear them live. But then because then whoever his fans are or his viewers, now they're familiar with the hub, they might have now discovered Pretty Privileged when we do one.
That's true.
That's really what I think that's what it was for, and that's really our angle on it. It was like to try and expand our like, viewers. Because
makes
obviously
sense.
Corona just happened, so we weren't really doing much anyway. So this was just kind of, and it was live.
They look good as well though.
It was fun.
Was it fun?
It was.
It looks fun. I wanted to be on one of the Costello ones.
It was fun.
They're taking live
his one
calls
was
and
funny.
shit as well.
It was funny.
Dramas and that.
Yeah.
So I think it looked, and it's high quality as well.
Yeah.
Everything was quality, man. The audio, the visuals.
Yeah, it was good.
Definitely.
It all needs to match, innit?
Yeah.
You can have the best content, and if it's made for visual as well, it's got there's got to be some thread of like, I don't know, consideration in there, innit?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But also not to put anyone off, like if they do want to make content and they don't have the facilities to do it, because you don't have to have everything.
You
don't.
You're right.
I mean? You don't.
There's a brother in New York, man. I can't remember his name, but that's gonna jar me now. One Lightskin Brother. But like what he does, he gets his Instagram popping, and then he'll hit rappers up and then make them come on his live with him, and then like he'll G-check them on live.
What?
Yeah, from Harlem. He's from Harlem. I can't remember his name. Someone in the comments will say his name. But he'll have them on and they'll be like, oh, what hood you from and that, and they have to like come quick. If you start stuttering and that, he starts, what? Yo, you don't even know where you're from, son? Da, da, da. Like, and he'll put it on people. And he had like mad guests and that, and he blew up off of going on live.
Yeah.
Like, look at Tory's Quarantine Radio.
Yeah.
That's his live, you know.
Yeah.
On his Instagram, he's just doing it in a yard, turning up. Like, it was a proper setup.
No, it was.
So I think content creation comes from creativity a lot.
Yeah.
So big up the youths doing their thing, definitely. I agree with that. Is there plans to bring it back? Because I feel like you lot done your thing in here, then you went to Trend Central.
Yeah.
Talk me through it actually, like, because I think I think the viewers your fans would probably like to know as well. You know what I mean? Like, what happened? What's the journey in brief?
So obviously it's kind of like a passion project. Well, it started off as a passion project. Pitched, liked, Trend Central. We did a few episodes with them. A few other stuff in between. Had to start doing other stuff to make it happen. I'm just trying not to say. I don't want to sound
politically incorrect.
Yeah.
Content drama. Is that what it is? If we do,
I don't want to call it that. Cool. But yeah, basically we had to.
Difference in creative opinions.
Not even that. Just I think just some things aren't for everyone. So
ideas went a bit left.
Yeah. So we just had to go back to the drawing board. But like we're on track. It's just we're just trying to make it aesthetically pleasing right now. And
that's good. So it's coming back then.
Yeah, it's definitely
we'd like to hear
back.
that.
Yeah.
I bumped into Denise the other night.
Yeah.
I'd never met her before actually, apart from briefly
Love
here.
Denise.
Yeah, man. You know what? I had to go
Denise.
give her a hug because because she was a panelist on an event, one of my friends' events, and we just went to support and whatnot. And then she kind of got into the story about her father.
Yeah.
And about how sort of it made her. He passed away, and she just couldn't get on with life. Basically, it's like, which I could imagine actually would be the reaction for most people. And it's like, I felt it. Do you know what I mean? Just when I gave her a little hug at the end and said, "Big up your ting." I said, like, obviously, I knew you. Just do your thing, man. Like, it'd be good to see you lot come back and that. And she said that it was coming back.
Yeah, it is. Honestly,
I mean,
between me and like everyone always asks, like, when's it coming back? But I can't sit in the group chat, but it is coming back. I know I keep saying to everyone, like, be patient with us, but please, like, be patient with us. Like, once we're here, so you're gonna have to make way for us.
We're there, man. I'm coming on, actually.
Yeah. We've never had any guests, so those are things as well.
I'll be the first male guest then.
Yeah, you could be.
Hard still. What is a pretty privilege, by the way? That's the real question.
I think, well, for me, I think pretty privilege is just using like your aesthetics as a privilege. It's just, that's it.
Yeah, literally
just using your cuteness.
And why did you lot decide to call your thing that?
It wasn't based. It wasn't coming from like a vain point of view, because no, it wasn't.
You went straight for that.
Yeah, no,
I'm not vain.
Yeah, no, it wasn't, because when people hear the name, they're like, oh, pretty privileged. Like, who do you think you are, kind of thing. But it wasn't. It was kind of the complete opposite.
Well, I mean, if you're pretty, innit?
Yeah, you are, but it wasn't like, oh, I'm pretty and I should be privileged. It was kind of on the other side of.
It's got a good ring to it, though.
Yeah,
as well.
It does.
Yeah, proper.
But yeah,
I like it. I think it's a dope name, man. I think it's dope. Still, I can't lie. Pretty privileged is cold, and it's like, to be fair, obviously, did you have a change in host at some point? Because I saw on the Link Up TV one, there was a girl that wasn't on the original one.
Yeah, Myers.
Yeah?
Myers, yeah. Well, we didn't have someone, and then we wanted Myers to come and host with us, but yeah, Myers is, I don't even know if I'm meant to say this now, because we haven't put anything out yet, so it's going to be like, our new, but yeah, Myers is our new host.
So she was the girl that's on the Link Up thing?
Yeah,
so I think they kind of, that's what I thought
Oh,
already.
you thought that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because the other girl's from West as well, I think. The girl that was on it before, Brooke.
I'm not sure where she's from.
Yeah, she's from West, I think. So I just remember seeing her on it before. So I'm thinking pretty privileged. You lot definitely are nice looking ladies. It makes sense.
Yeah.
So you kind of,
I mean, obviously,
you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. But it was more like women empowerment
rather
from
than
that side,
rather than it be like we're pretty.
Yeah.
It's more about the topic is pretty privilege in general.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's dope. I hear that. So yourself, I want to go back. I want to rewind quickly because I feel like we went straight into the pretty privileged podcast. Yeah. I want to. We've covered that. I want to go back to you, April. Yeah. Where'd you grow up, man?
Croydon.
South girl, yeah.
See us.
So the late night show, was it called the late night show again? What was it called?
No, the one night stand.
The one night stand show was actually on your bits.
Yeah, well,
so you grew up around there.
Yeah, well, not that actual area, but that area is Croydon. But I mean, like my actual area, like where I lay my head, it's like round the corner from there. But yeah.
Okay, what's it like growing up around there for you?
Nice, calm, like it. I love Croydon. Everyone slews Croydon, but I think Croydon's nice.
I feel like Croydon only got a bad name later on, if I'm honest.
Well, do you know what? I think it's certain parts of Croydon, like Heath. Like Gyps, though, do you know what I mean?
So people still call that Croydon?
Yeah. Well, really? I would.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I would call it Croydon.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, you know. I always thought of Croydon was like West Croydon, East Croydon.
That's so
and
funny.
Addiscombe. And then that's Croydon. I thought like Thornton Heath is like, even though it's got a CR postcode, I just thought it's Southwest.
Yeah,
or
but
whatever.
when you live in Croydon, you just call everywhere in Croydon. Like if I have to go through Thornton Heath to get to my house, I'm casting Thornton Heath as Croydon because it's within the same. And then like Crystal
same
Palace
borough as well, isn't it? Crystal Palace is in South though, isn't it?
Yeah, like everything's literally like.
But it's Crystal Palace in Croydon though. It's not, is it? It's more going towards like northern.
Yeah,
than that,
yes, it's it's not really, but it's down the road.
Where's that that cinema, Everyman? Is that Everyman cinema?
Yeah.
Crystal Palace?
Yeah.
Fire. Yeah, it's a nice spot there. It's a good cinema, man.
I've never been there,
it's nice there.
But yeah, everyone says
it's proper store. Can't lie, man.
But yeah.
Because I do feel like when you get there, you're a stone's throw away from South, but you're in South still, but Croydon's there. So I get what you mean. It's like it's all connected.
Yeah, I just call everywhere Croydon.
So everywhere, you know. Fucking hell, bro.
Croydon here, Croydon there.
It's W10, baby. So growing up around there, the reputation that it's got now, did it have then, or was it a bit more? Was it different?
But what do you mean, like, is it?
Because I feel like now people give Croydon like a greasy reputation, like Croydon's gutter, Croydon's this, Croydon's that. That's what I hear from youths. But me growing up, I'm probably a bit older than you.
How old are these youths?
Just youngers, isn't it? Like in general, people that are under the age of 25.
I think, do you know what? Your perception of the area depends on your age.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Do you know what I mean? Because maybe when I was younger, someone might have said, oh, like my age, Croydon's a bit of a shithole. Which, I mean, looking at it now, yeah, it was a little bit, but it wasn't really, like, it was still livable. But now, like, at my 27 years of age, I'm like,
Just putting it out there,
yeah, just putting it out there. Just in case anyone wanted to know.
Age out there, bro. Like little kizzle, man. You get me?
No, why though? Anyway, that's a different conversation.
Yeah, that's a new topic. We need to unpack this. We need to.
But yeah, it depends on your age, because to me now, it depends what you're looking at in the area. Like I just cut through. Do you know what I mean? I'm not hanging around on the street like I was when I was
there
like
you go.
That's
12 or 11.
Big woman.
Yeah, I'm a big woman.
Girl, man.
I'm a big woman. So
all I knew about Croydon growing up was Pearly Way IKEA on the radio.
Is that it?
That's it. I used to think, that's sick.
Well, to be fair,
that's the first IKEA.
I know anything about Croydon.
Stormzy's from Croydon.
Yeah.
Do you know him? Growing up?
Oh no, I didn't.
Same area or a different part?
I think he's from like Heath.
So, is it? So he's actually from Thornton Heath?
Yeah, I think he's from Heath.
Oh, interesting. Because he always rep Croydon hard, innit?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Croydon is just...
No, I get you.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Croydon is everywhere.
Yeah. Exactly. Thank you. Croydon is everywhere.
Listen, I'm learning.
It sounds funny when I say it, but when you're from Croydon, I just call everywhere Croydon.
CR7's a hard postcode though.
Yeah, it is.
What, because of Cristiano? Because when my brethren in Thornton Heath, I think he was saying, Croydon.
Yeah.
And I went Gyps Hill the other day.
Yeah.
And I was like, where the fuck am I? Because like
Brixtonish, innit?
I never go down there, innit? And then I was there with my brethren, and we were just thinking, we was like, bro, we could never be here like 10 years ago, just cash. Like,
do you think? Because I feel like, actually, no, I'm lying.
This is just my perception.
No,
yeah.
That's right. No, because I think I said to you earlier that I feel like South is one of those places that everyone can come to, but no, that's wrong. I feel like South people were the one people that could go.
Now you have to know people in South.
Yeah, to go there. Yeah. But I feel like South people used to just travel to West, North, East.
No, it's, you know what? Not really, but really.
Make it make sense.
You know what? It gets techie.
You know what? The first thing that I could think of when you say that, free up my bro Shaq Corleone. Yeah, free up Shaq. He's from Brixton, yeah. He's known around there in Bricky, but he's got family in Mozart. So he used to come to West young all the time and just stay over here. But his name was ringing off, man, in the end, like for doing whatever he was doing and that. He was getting up to mischief and that. And he had like a rep in West and South.
Because he came from like...
Yeah, that's hard. Like, he's got both, you get me? But people in West rated his thing. Do you get me? And I feel like South didn't, and West, everyone from Southwest when we were younger used to think West was a pushover. Because, West. But then like now, if you fast forward, all of the drill rappers and all of the greasy shit that's going on in London is all West and North West youths, which Brent, by the way, is about 6 minutes from here.
Is it?
Yeah. So like to get to Kilburn, you just drive down that road. If you're in North Acton, the top of the road turns into Housden. So West and North West is very neighbouring.
Yeah. So
like you can see the landscape now of how like our area really is compared to the West End that everyone does the West End thing, like, oh yeah, they're posh, they're rich, they're whatever. So anyway, long story short, when we was younger, there used to be a dance in Hammersmith called the Emerald Centre. And the Emerald Centre was like that hood thing where if there was a party going on, you got to go there 20, 15 man deep minimum because of the junction use. Because it's in Hammersmith. Hammersmith, Fulham's the last stop of West, and then the bridge is there. And then once you cross the bridge, that's Battersea and Junction.
Right.
So they used to just come here to get girls because they used to bring West girls, and West girls used... Let's not lie either. No, you know what? Let's not bullshit. West girls love South, man. That's a fact. Growing up, bruv, all of my friends that are from West, and they're like... And West girls as well, can't lie, we know how to dress over here. Like, West girls will have the Louis before it was... You get me? Like, they got the phone, the new phone before the other people got it in that. They were attracting a lot of South men, you know what I mean? A lot of South guys and that. So, yeah. So it used to be very, very borderline. Like, you know, like I always feel like if you were from West, whether you're from like Bush, Grove, Hammersmith, whatever, you could always go to Southwest, and it wasn't that different for you. Yeah. It felt similar. Yeah. Do you get me? Like I used to go. I always say it on the podcast, man. So it's not even bait. But I used to stay in Winstanley Estate in South a lot with one of my brethrens. Keisha and Winstanley, big up yourself, man. That's my family, you get me. And when I wanted to get away from West, I'd just jump on a night bus and go there for 15 minutes. It's when I was young, do you know what I'm trying to say? But when I used to creep through their blocks is big in Winstanley. That's like the biggest in Junction and that. So when I used to creep through there and people would be like, yo, where you from? And that, it was them times back in the day, I used to be like, yeah, I'm from, you get me, Tooting Beck. Make up a random part of South that no one don't know one in the ends.
So you're best.
And then they'll be like, oh, he's South boy, it's alright.
Yeah.
Because if you say Bush or whatever, what? Come here. So I used to be like, yeah, Tooting Beck still and keep it pushing.
Don't kill me.
Do you get me? Now, Bear Man used to jam in the bottom of that block. It used to be like, that's where Levi's Roots restaurant is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it used to be one of them places where like active on the bottom. Do you get me? Like you get there and bare people on the bottom and that. But yeah, man, like I think South is one of those places. So getting back to my point, yeah, you can be from South, and I think you can come to West and use the South thing to get in there and make a name for yourself.
Yeah, true.
Because I think back then when it was like no social media, you just hear stories of Brixton.
Yeah.
Peckham. And you go, oh, yeah,
whispers.
Sounds crazy. You know what I mean? Sounds
Whispers.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I never been to Peckham in my whole life till 2020.
What?
Ever.
I mean, there's nothing really there for you
Right.
apart from haircuts.
Can I spud you for that? Come on, because I'm telling you, that's what I tell everybody.
Yeah, there's really not.
I done a tune with Tiny Boost.
Yeah.
And then, like, brother, I told him, fam, I don't even never been here, fam. Like, I've never been there.
Yeah,
like, I had no reason, bruv. You get me?
Yeah.
But Brixton was every weekend.
The Prince of Peckham is that? No. But
yeah, that looks sick on the corner, that little pub.
It's actually decent.
Is that who owned that? G Fresh and that or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, big up there, man. That looks sick.
Yeah,
it looks sick, bruv. It's a vibe.
Nice.
Yeah,
but they've kind of made it shoulder-chy now there.
Yeah.
Trying to, innit?
Yeah.
That's a vibe though.
Yeah, it is.
Nah, man's going to pull up their store. But that's my point. My point is that South has this allure. Is allure the right word? Because you know me. You have to. This is my thesaurus, man.
Nah,
like the allure of South. Like you could be from South, yeah, and then go anywhere in London.
It held weight, innit?
Yeah, it held weight. That's a great word, bro.
Yeah.
When you pull up and someone, what? I'm from Brixton, blood.
Yeah.
People just go, oh yeah, nah, safe. Like,
yeah.
They don't even. You could even be from fucking Mitcham. But because you said you're from Brixton, bro, people are just like, yeah, bro, have a good night,
to
man.
go to the shop for you?
Have a good night. Yeah,
send man to the shop immediately.
ASAP. You get me?
ASAP.
Like I can't lie, not to diss any of my brothers that are from Ealing, because I love Ealing brothers. But like, if you go Ealing and you say I'm from Ealing, fam, what? Where's that?
Yeah.
Ealing's kind of like
it's known, but it's not on the like.
It wasn't like being from Brixton.
Brixton's notorious.
Yeah.
Peckham's notorious.
Yeah.
Do you get me? So even Junction, bruv, is notorious. People like. Because Brixton's so notorious, people forget that Junction's notorious. So Solid Crew are from there. There's a lot of SUK. There's a lot of people from there that have they've done their thing, bro. You get me? So I get it, man. So growing up for yourself in Croydon, would you say Croydon at that point was similar to living in like your Streathams and that, or was it still different at that stage? Had it kind of grown yet?
Like, could you even compare that?
Did I feel the difference? Not really. Not really. But then I don't know, like. It's different again, like for boys and girls. Do you know what I mean? Because I wasn't a boy growing up, so it's like that for me. It was calm. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. You did have the odd few like girls that you probably didn't want to. Because me and my friends laugh about this all the time. Like when people would be like, "Oh, have you got the time?" and then just rob your phone.
Yeah, the phone robbery thing was wild.
You had to learn it. Yeah.
Wild. Or like, can I borrow your battery for my like Sony Ericsson? And you're like, yeah.
Shit, borrow the back. Yeah, that's a long. Yeah, you can pull them out the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah, it was different for boys and girls. So because I was a girl, like I didn't really.
You know what? At that Made You Think party on Sunday, just before you lot turned up, remember we were sitting on that ping pong table. Us lot. There was some girl that come up to me and she's like, "Oh, Adam," and I'm like, "Raw, this Made You Think party." And she's calling my real name, you know, like that. And I was just like, "Raw, I said, you're right, yeah." And you know, I was thinking brain nephew with it, like, and then she's like, "Yeah, you don't remember me in it?" And I'm like, "Nah." So where do I know you from? And she's like, Hammersmith Broadway, you know. And I'm like, "What?" Wow. Hammersmith, that's a bus garage, bruv. Like for man, that means that you really know me
from like when you was in.
Yeah. So I've gone, "Raw, what? Oh, you're right, yeah." Like, because I'm thinking,
just increase the eyesight.
Because there's a lot of victims as well as friends. You get it? So I'm just like, "Yeah, well, what's your name and that?" But she's like, "Yeah, man, yeah." And she's like a couple years younger than me. So when I was chilling there, she must have been like 15, bruv. That's why I don't remember her, because you're a little girl, bruv. I'm probably 16, 17 or whatever at the time. And I'm just like, yeah, she's like, "Yeah, I remember you, man. And when I see you doing your music later on," that's how I know she met me young, doing your music later on. I already did music for so long, bro. I was just like, nah, bruv, she really knows me and that. She was telling me my friends' names and that. How was my man and that? And I was like, "Bruv, you tell me, bruv. I ain't even seen him in like 7 years, you know what I'm trying to say? 10 years and that." So yeah, man, I think that's the funny part about being from West, because if you're in Hammersmith, a lot of the people we used to chill with, when there's like time to go home, they're jumping on the 295 to South, because it's only 10 minutes.
10 minutes from where?
No, South. Like you cross that Battersea Bridge or that.
Oh yeah, true.
Or what's the other Wandsworth Bridge?
Yeah,
like that 24-hour McDonald's on Wandsworth roundabout. That's us going there. You get me? So I used to go on Pirate Radio in South, man. Yeah, like proper Frontline FM in Wandsworth and that. So man, no South still.
You know when like an old person comes and like, "Yo, like what's good? It's been years."
Trying to call me old, man. Look.
No, like, but let's say I haven't seen if I haven't seen someone for like 5-10 years or like whatever, and they can't, like, I just don't know what to say.
Nah, if I know
I'm
them,
dead
it's
with
just
small
love, innit?
talk. I can't say much.
Nah, I just keep it normal, bruv. Like, I hope you're well and that you're looking good. If they look good, if they don't, I won't say that. Whatever. Just keep it pressing.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Trust, man. Sometimes we're like actively feel a woman and get onto her and want something from the woman or whatnot, or pursue it, and then they get packed up into that little box. Like they get put right there. You get me? And some men live in it for a while until they can get out of it, and then some men ain't interested in it. I
feel like men are just opportunists, and I feel like
I agree.
As a woman, you have to be like. I feel like as women, you kind of know, like, you know what guy is just your friend. You know what guy is your friend.
So
but
wait, you know which guy's your Breggiano.
Yeah, you know which one's your Breggiano. You know which one's your like your opportunist friend. Like
he's waiting around.
Yeah, he's waiting
on the subs bench.
He's acting like he's like your good friend, but it's like you wouldn't keep him too close to you because
if he's at your house too late and you're drunk, he's gonna try to.
Yeah, then it's gonna get really awkward. It's like now we can't be friends because you've overstepped the mark. Because you already knew we were friends.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And like you don't get the hint.
It's not that he's none the wiser. And he knows.
Yeah. Because I get it if you don't like you don't know. Because I think as well, some girls don't know how to say to their guy friends like. It's not that, like, their friend could call them babes and really they're thinking in their head,
why is he calling me that?
Yeah, why are you calling me babes for? That's a bit personal. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you're my friend. You're my Breggiano.
No, it's true.
Yeah. No, but it's true though, isn't it? Yeah.
I had to work that out,
not talking about that situation.
Yeah.
But
it's separate,
Yeah, but like
Margs, we moved on from that big man. You're good, it was a moment, it made me laugh though.
I'm just speaking, do you know what I mean? Like, just from experience, from friends, like, guys that's how they move. And if you don't, and it's awkward, and I think we try to avoid that awkward, like, it's like, how do you, if you're out with your friend, yeah, and to you, this is my friend, like, this is my brethren, like, we can chill till 12 o'clock at night, do you get what I'm saying? We could probably sleep in the same bed, or, I don't know, whatever your friendship is with your friend.
What, with a guy?
Yeah.
Oh. What? That's a thing.
Well, I don't know, but I'm saying it depends on how close you are.
No, do you know what? Nah, do you know what? That's ignorant of me to say that. Actually.
You're like, what, with a guy?
Nah. What? No, do you know what? Nah, let me.
No, with a dog. Basically.
All right. Do you know what? All right, let me unpack my thoughts, right? Because
it's no
cool.
different.
Nah, I'll come with
Basically.
So,
I'm joking, guys.
Nah, me, Lloyd Banks had a lyric once, yeah. My boy Lloyd Banks, I grew up on G Unit, you know the thing. Lloyd Banks says something like, if I don't fuck her the first night, there's not a second. That was his bar, like a punchline, and I was like, yeah, I'm with that.
And you remembered it?
No, that was me. Like I lived with it. I didn't remember it. That was my thing.
What does that mean for you?
It meant like, you know, like if I meet a girl and I chirps her, and then I go, I'm linking her, and like, it's on, and if it's not on, I probably won't see you again.
So you're only.
Like, there was no friend zone for me, bruv. Like there was like I'm living.
Yeah, but then it depends on what your intent. Well, then it depends on your intentions, because if you're only looking the girl to beat her, then okay.
No, not like.
Do you know what I mean?
When I was younger, definitely.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But I'm saying it depends on what your intentions.
But
are.
no, the reason I'm even telling you like this is because now I'm older. I think that's wild. I think that's actually unrealistic. Like to think that every girl that you're gonna draw, you're gonna get some action straight away, or you're ever gonna get something as well. It's kind of unrealistic, to be honest. But it just sounded cool at the time, and I was living with that.
Yeah, cool. Like,
and it was working for me a lot. It was working for me for a minute. You get me? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? I thought, trust me, it was working a bit. Like sometimes it's just like how you move and how you close the deal and that. You know what I'm trying to say? But long story short, I think that when I think back to one of my brethrens, she likes South, man. I'm not even, you know what I mean? I'm not even gonna say her name because she probably won't even want me to. But she liked South guys. That was my homie. We used to go under 18s raves. We used to fucking get the night bus home together. Walk her to the door, and if I was too tired to go home, I'd sleep in her room. It's true. So I can't even be a hypocrite and say, what?
Did you ever try?
Nah, never. I used to sleep in her yard, and she'll make man breakfast and a hot chocolate, and then I'll talk about life for 20 minutes and then cut in the morning.
Yeah. And
that's my Achilles. Like, to be honest, I've never touched her, never tried to touch her. I've never even spoke about anything weird to her like that.
I think it is.
Do you know what I'm trying to
say? That setup
is rare though.
It is rare.
I don't like female friends, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm not really.
So you don't have a lot of female friends?
Nah, man. That's why like the Lloyd Banks thing worked for me for a while, because my thing was like, you ain't my brethren, bruv. You know what it is.
Oh, damn.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? We're dating or we're linking.
Right.
Either way, like, and it's not a disrespect. It's just that's how I see it. Like, right, if I draw you, if I take your number, I'm taking it for a reason because I find you attractive.
Yeah.
Which is the pretty privileged thing, is the aesthetics. Yeah. Like I didn't see you and think, oh, she looks like she could be a good friend. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I've got a lot of friends already.
But I think that when even if you met a girl, like you was intentionally dating.
Yeah.
if you was doing that, you would still have to approach her on the basis of how she looks, because you don't know what kind of person she is. Do you get what I'm saying?
For dating, you mean?
Yeah. So,
facts.
I mean, in terms of what you was doing, obviously, that was just...
I grew up around her, though, that girl. So it was different. It was kind of like, even though a lot of men found her attractive, she was my friend.
Yeah.
From young. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, if I saw her walking through, like bush screen at night late, I'll walk her home because she's out on her own. Like, she was my brethren. But there was other man around, man, that used to be like, "Raw, what? Tell her you get me." Like, I was asking about her and that or whatever. Boom, boom, boom. What's that? He's getting hot. But yeah, man, like, it's hot in it. It's hot in it. But yeah, I don't know. Me, I feel like, but you know what? It's true, because the more I think about it, it's like I was saying to one of my young friends the other day. He was talking about like, yo, you know, that Drake shit, no new friends and that. Like, no. And I was like, nah, that's a myth, bro. It's just a song. Like, there's new people that I've met in my life, that have added extreme, like, tremendous value to my life. Whether it's like business, whether it's friendship, whether it's like, you know how it goes. You got different friends for different seasons.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you know, and you, I think you said it earlier, like off camera, where you know what friends are for what kind of thing. Like, that friend I can't go to the day party with. That friend I can. This friend I won't. These don't go gym, but this one does. So I can go gym with her or him, whatever.
That's it. Everyone's got a purpose.
Yeah, everyone's got a season and a reason. You know what I mean? Everyone's got to, like, and I think in life, you could have someone that you've known for 20 plus years. But when you know that you really need a favour, they're not the person you're going to ask though. You might ask someone that you only met 6 years ago, but you've got a different type of bond that you already know what it is. You get me?
Yeah.
So I do feel like, there's a side of me that fully agrees with you actually. I think that you can, there is like 100% like people that you'll meet in life. And you know what? You're right, because you might even meet them originally and fancy them. But then when you start talking, like, there's nothing there like that. And you realise, but you rate each other's minds. Yeah. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Exactly that. You think, do you know what? Yeah, you're nice, but I really rate you as a brethren. Like, I know that I feel like it's more likely for you to hold down a friendship than a relationship. And I would rather keep you in my life as a long life friend rather than mash it up. Yeah. Not intentionally, just I know that the possibility of that happening is, you know, it can happen more than not happen.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, because
I would rather do that.
Yeah, personally. I mean, I think I'm the same. I've got a lot of girls who are my like really good friends, and I think they give me perspective, which is nice, isn't it? But like, especially when you're younger, it allowed me to be able to talk more. You know what I mean? Because I think like with some of the boys I was boys with, like they were just smoking, drinking, and then like the conversation would just
narrow.
Like, go into a canal, and then it's done, innit? And then
lads.
Yeah, and but then when I talked to my brethren who were girls, and not exclusively for this, but like we could just talk, we could just have jokes. Then in turn, I'd learn more about myself. Yeah, I'd learn about them, and then I think I noticed. I knew this already, but like you'd notice how a man would start moving weird just because they were so like hungry for something. You know what I mean? And then you're just like, right, that's weird. Like, these man can't even chat to her. Like they can't even
mad, you know.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Like dog and heat.
They can't even say hello, but like, yeah, you know what I mean. So like,
we was talking about body shaming on the last episode, innit? Yeah, with the D
you and D Gully were talking about body shaming.
D Gully was passionate about the subject, and I was just like, bruv, like
I was silent.
I'm gonna put. You know what? I'm gonna put the question to you because I'm gonna let her know what I was saying. Yeah. Right. So you see, like Lizzo, for instance. Yeah. Lizzo is championing the thicker. What's the word? Voluptuous. Voluptuous. Yeah, I'm bad at English, man. Woman,
I got you.
Curves, thickness, whatever. Boom, boom, boom. She's championing it, innit? Like she's like, this is me. I'm beautiful, big and beautiful, whatever. Woo, woo, woo. And then she's saying like, raw, I can get any man I want, basically. Like she can get a Captain America, apparently, whatever, that kind of man there. Boom, boom, boom. But then like, his thing was like DJ Khaled, who's quite on the bigger side. He's just a joke. It's just funny. Like girls don't look at him and go, oh, I want to date him. And then it's like, his thing was like how it's unrealistic for her to feel that way, basically.
It's unrealistic for her to think that...
she can have whatever she wants out there and that because obviously she's a bit bigger, larger and whatnot and rare. That was his thing, innit? That's where he was going with it, right?
Pretty like...
Around the houses.
That was like... That seemed like the thread from what I remember.
Yeah. And me, I was just like, bro, like, you can't really say that because you see man, this is going back to his thing. You see, man, once they want something, they want it. That's it. It don't matter whether it's big, small, slim, thick, chunky, whatever it is. There's man. They make their mind up that that's what I want. Yeah. Do you get it? So it works more in a woman's favour, I believe, than a man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that? Do you think so?
Yeah, I mean, even with the scenario you've just given me, obviously DJ Khaled, let's be honest, he doesn't have sex appeal and he doesn't give sex appeal. Do you know what I mean? Because some people can have no sex appeal, but they can
pause
give.
Pause. You don't.
He doesn't.
No, but he's not trying to be out there.
Yeah, he's not trying to be out there. He's not trying to be sexy.
No,
He's trying to be funny.
Yeah.
And so he's doing what he's trying to do. Yeah.
But sometimes I don't think he's trying to be funny. I think he just is funny.
Oh well, either.
Yeah,
You're the funny one out of the group. You're not the one.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're just at the club. You're not bringing the girls to the club. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Whereas like Lizzo. If you're talking, are we basing it on the fact that she's a bigger woman, hence why she can't?
Yeah, that's why you bring her up, I think.
But then I think that's...
But she's mad confident.
And that's what I was just about to say. That's what it centres around. It centres around her confidence. Because there can be... Come on. There can be like slim, pretty girls that maybe don't have that same mentality or whatever. But because she has the confidence, I think confidence automatically makes someone way more attractive.
Banging.
100%.
Way more attractive.
Dress sense as well.
Yeah, dress sense.
Dress sense is very crucial.
Confidence is, I think...
Like, but confidence is up there.
Yeah.
I think I'll be honest as well. I think there's like a list of things that make a woman more sexy. And then there's a slightly different one for men. That's what I think. I think that money comes really high in men's but not in women's.
Ask April. You two are here,
Yeah.
Is
it fair to say that a man could be attractive because he's got money?
I think money can make men more attractive.
Yeah,
definitely. But I don't think as women, I like women being like emotional creatures or whatever. It might look like the money is, but it's not. There's way more important things.
100%.
But the money is one of them things that will keep a woman quiet. Do you get what I'm saying?
Keep them around.
Yeah. But
soft life.
Yeah, soft life.
Jeez. Providing, I hear that still, but yeah, go and you know what, money tends to make people more attractive anyway, because when you've got bread, it's like you got less. Yeah, but it's not even just that. It's actually like, remember, you're less stressed. Like you've got less stress, and stress can make you look shit. You know what I'm trying to say? It can.
Stress will kill you.
Yeah. Big killer, you know. Like I've seen people that look stressed, look like they're taking crack, bro, but they're just stressed.
Billy Mitchell forehead.
Oh, it's all mad, isn't it?
One.
Yeah, it's all mad, fam.
That's always
it's all mad. It's all mad, G.
Oh, God forbid.
Yeah, I was gonna say something mad. It's all mad. I'm going mad. But it's like stress is a fuckery. Like I remember when my grandma passed away, God bless her. That year, I went through stress that I didn't even know I was going through. Like I thought I was dying, bro. Like I had anxiety that come out of nowhere, but it's because I lost my nan. That's like meant a lot to man. You get me? But like I just thought like I look younger now than I look then, and this was like 10 years ago, bro. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And like, cause it's the stress.
Let me see a picture.
I will. I'll show you store. But stress can do that to you.
Yeah, no, it can.
Stress can do that to you.
Yeah, of course.
And then on top of that as well, it's like, you know when you got bread, bruv, it's like the gym membership's slightly different from like the gym you're going to. You know what I'm trying to say? Like the gym you're going to, bruv, is like sauna, steam room, jacuzzi. What's that ice room where they shoot out the little ice things and that?
Sorry, I don't go to a gym like that. So
nah,
I
it's
don't even know what you're talking about.
Nah, it's different.
I just go pure gym.
Yeah, so you just but this is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like
that's
when
pure workout though. That's good.
Yeah.
When you go to these kind of facilities though, these are de-stressing.
Yeah.
And bruv,
health clubs.
Yeah, health clubs and that. You get me?
Because I guess business people are the ones that got the money for those gyms, and they're probably the most stressed.
Most stressed.
People.
Yeah, you need it. You need to just take care of yourself in life, and I think that's a big thing.
Yeah.
So I think money like naturally makes you glow more.
Yeah.
Like it makes I've seen man go from spitting on pirate radio to getting signed to a major deal, and all of a sudden the glow up is fantastic, and it's like big up my brother.
Because you feel better as well.
Yeah, man, and there's a lot to it, innit? And I think that's top of the list for men in my opinion, and then followed by, I would say, I'd say looks is high on men's. Height, very high on men's. Where with women it doesn't matter. You can be too tall as a woman.
No,
can't really be too short. I don't think.
No, I don't agree. I think men always like women that are shorter than them. If you tell man,
no, that's what I'm trying to say. The only bad thing on the woman's side is being tall, right?
Or if your feet is the same size as the man, you look so funny about that. Why are you not so funny?
That's wild. But some women got wide feet, you know. Even though their feet ain't big, their foot wide, man.
Yeah, but it's like man.
Because their batty's big is frying. That's what a lot of men be. A lot of men be. Nah, because this is, you see what? Most women, I think, their feet range from like 4 to 6 or something.
Well, depending on your height, I guess.
Yeah, ish.
Well, ish, yeah, because there's 5 girls that might have size 8 feet.
That's mad.
Why are you lot like that about feet?
No, I can't lie. I'm not really. I never.
Because you know why I think it's so bad, man? Because They can't change. They can't do nothing about that.
My feet are ugly. I can't judge a woman's foot, bro.
No, not about how they look though. But men are so like, oh, you got size 8 feet.
I just remember that one Bashi bar where he's like, trying to size 9. Come, that's the same size as mine. Nope, that can't run. And I think that just like stuck with me for years, bro.
No, I hear that. Bashi would do that.
You know that one? You know that bar? He was like, nope. And I was like,
nah, man.
That's tricky, isn't it?
No. Do you know what is what? It's rude because it's like they can't.
Yeah.
That's the size their feet are, and you're basing it on that. You're not basing it on her morals.
I was thinking about this yesterday, man. Like, you know how unfortunate it is. Sorry to cut you because I'm just thinking out loud. You know how unfortunate it is when your DNA lets you down and there's nothing you can do about it. Do you know how mad that is, bro? Like, you know, in life, people have to stop being shallow, man. In my opinion.
I think that happens with age, though.
Yeah.
Like, I think I can say that with my chest.
Yeah.
I can definitely say that confidently.
When you get older.
Yeah, because you share less with your friends. You care less about what they're saying.
Yeah.
Like, going back to that friends thing, like, that was going on. Like, you could probably be, let's say you're brethren's with a girl, and you know it's calm, but then your boys are in the background. What, you ain't pressed? What, you ain't beat? And then you're like, oh, what, like... What, I gotta be doing this? Is this how it's supposed to go? Then do it.
Pressure on your thing.
No, but
you're like, she's just my friend.
Yeah, and then you're like, nah, she's pregnant. Like, nah, she's not.
Do you know what? He's right. Oh my days, my brethren's older brother. That's what you used to do to man. What you got? What do you mean she's your friend? She's got a back off, blood.
Yeah, and it's and then when you get older, you're like you won't share it then, innit? And then it's like, okay, then you see the person, and then these things might bother you then, and whatever that is. Let's say we're talking about foot size.
Yeah.
You know, you're like what? You're like 18. You're looking at foot size bigger than you, and you're just like, this is long.
Allow it.
This girl got stompers, and they're the same.
I've never met a woman with bigger feet than me.
But then let's say
size are you?
11.
No.
I don't think it happens.
No, not really, unless she's like.
I met a girl with a size 10 foot, and she's tall and plays basketball. She's like 6'1".
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That makes sense though.
And benefit in a career.
Yeah, basketball killing it, like the best out of the women.
Yeah.
Because you're tall, you get me, like big and that. But yeah, man, I don't know. But I've never really like. I don't know her like that as well. It's more of like, yeah, you're doing your thing basketball and that, and I know you know me, but I don't know how I'd feel if like if I'm the man that's dating, and then like the girl's foot's on my shoulder and do you get me? And it's like you just one minute you're just doing your thing and then you look and it's big, bruv. Like I don't know how I feel though if that happened to me. Still, I can't lie. You get me? I can't lie. I'm not sure I know how I feel if that happened, bruv. You get me? I don't know, man. What?
I don't know.
Well, you can't look at the foot and look away because she's gonna be looking at you like, you better kiss the bottom of her back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what man are doing? Like,
I don't
kissing
know, but
bottom of foot and that. It's mad. Sucking toes and them ticket that. Mad. Foot fetish. I don't know, man. For me, I'll be honest, at my big age, nothing's off the table with women. Like, I might kiss a foot and that. You get me? I don't know how far I'm going with that foot shit. Because I'm not really into feet. I'll be honest, I find feet unattractive more time. Even my own foot, blood. Like, I'm not a hypocrite.
You're like, not you again.
Just at war with it every day.
I'll tell you straight.
When his foot goes in crep, he's bare happy.
Fam, when I was on holiday, I got pictures of man in my sliders, yeah, barefoot, and I posted them, yeah, and then I zoomed in on my foot. I was like, rah, your foot is ugly, bruv. And I'm thinking, how's no one clocked that? Like, my toe is big, bruv. My big toe is big, you know.
Do you know what it is, yeah? When you don't like something on you...
You notice it more than everyone,
yeah. No one, unless you're someone that has the same complex about your feet, you don't do that. Do you know what I mean? If you got a complex about your feet, you'll do that on that. You'll be like,
that's hilarious,
like?
You know.
Do you know what I mean?
Because you're worried about your own
feet, yeah.
Facts.
But no one's looking. You think people are looking, but really they're not because...
That's true, still. It's true.
That's so funny.
Because some brother said to me like, oh, your hair's bare black, innit? And I was like, yeah. And I was just like, oh, yeah, cool. Like, yeah. And he said, no, but it goes to me, it's proper dark, innit? And I was like, yeah. And he said to me, like, what, did you dye it? And I was like, nah, bruv. And then I said, look, I've got 1, 2 greys and that. Come on, man, look. And he's like, oh, yeah. And I said, why? No, but you know, he said to man, yeah, nah, I dye mine still. And I was thinking, like, and I was like, oh. And he thought I was done the same. Like, he was looking. But it's not because my hair's dark. It's because he's looking at everyone's head. Yeah. Because he does it.
Yeah.
So you're right. That's when I clock. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
That's fair.
Yeah. But I think the worst for me.
Projection thing.
The worst part of a woman's body, bruv, that I'll think about. No, don't laugh. It's not like that.
How
Don't
we
be
got
like that. Nah, because we're talking about body shaming, isn't it?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, bro, how are we going into this?
Nah, just thinking about it because I'm thinking like, is it the foot though? Really, when we deep it, if we're being totally honest, for every man as well, not just one man, is if your girl's got a butt ugly foot, bruv. Because I've got a butt ugly foot myself, but I'm a man, innit? But I can't lie, some men's feet are ugly, you know, fam. Like, men don't look after their feet.
That's why I think it's cheeky.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking, how much right do we really have
and it's like
to write a woman off based on her foot?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
But back in the day, like when we was younger, boys definitely used to do that. Or if you had short hair for some reason.
A woman with short hair?
Yeah.
Sometimes sexy though, man.
Yeah, now as an adult, like you said, when I was younger, boys thought it was hilarious that your hair was short.
You had short hair at one point?
Yeah.
When I saw Eve, it changed the game.
Yeah.
When I saw Eve, it changed the game.
Yeah,
when,
Eve.
You know.
Come on, man.
I know when I was in
poor
school,
prince.
boys liked girls with like long hair.
Yeah,
if you have short hair, they're like, oh, where's your hair gone?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Because it's girly things.
Just something to gas about, innit?
Yeah, but like some people like short hair. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my theory on the Lizzo situation, it's just my theory that I've voiced on the last podcast, is man, you see as men, a man can all say, rah, my type is red hair and describe it. But you see when you watch porn, yeah, this is what I was trying to say. You see when you watch porn as a man, now fuck it, we're going there, right?
Oh my God.
There's so many different actresses here that you get little crushes on and that on different stages. Like you start off with the Cherokee, whatever. The man didn't know what Cherokee is. Thick. You get me? Heavyweight, heavy duty, in the right places, fire. Then you're watching that, you rinse that, and then you might be like, raw, there's this other thing called Beauty Dior. Dark skin thing, pretty and that nice body, whatever, boom, boom, boom. Then you might see Maya G. Oh, light skin. Go on. Nah, real talk, bro.
Yeah.
Then you might come across like a Capri Styles. And then you're like, raw, she's slim, bruv, but she's banging, bruv. Look at her face and that, boom, boom, boom. And then goes back to your point that raw men are dogs. I can't lie. Like most men are dogs, bruv. Most men. I'm not gonna say all men, by the way, cause I know there's men out there that don't think like that.
I'm glad it came out of a man's mouth.
Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna front.
We would get called all sorts.
Nah, I ain't gonna front. Nah, I'm not gonna front. I'm gonna step forward and take one for the team and say, bruv, like, yeah, that's real talk. Man, I'm not saying that we don't have discipline though, because dogs have discipline, you know. You see, if you got a well-trained dog, sit, dinner, come, they do what they're told.
True.
So there's men out there that are like that, and they're doing what they're told and doing what they're supposed to do, but in their mind, when it starts wandering, that's gonna be in every man. And sometimes, bro, the porn thing will save a man. I can't lie, man. You see the porn thing. Sometimes it's got to be used for the right reason, bro. You get me? Like, especially if you got to behave. You get me? That's a good way to just get it out of your system quickly and that. Lockdown and all that as well. You get me? Mad ting. But yeah, but my thing is like I said it in the last podcast that like there was a time we was in carnival, yeah, and fucking the man them are rolling and that. And I got one brethren, yeah. He's proper like girls will like him, bro. Like 6 foot plus, in shape, decent. You get me? Dresses alright and that. Boom. I turn around and there's some girl rolling with us. And I said, bro, who's that? This is Tracy, bro. Remember the Tracy thing? Man said, oh, it's Tracy. I said, Tracy? The hell is that, bro? And he's like, oh yeah, she was on man back at the last stop, you know, in the carnival when you're rolling, whining on him and that, and she just on him and he just cuffed it. Oh wow. And she's rolling, bro. Tracy's rolling. She's just with the team and that, and she's dead. I was like, bro, you gotta cut now, because this was like very, very meaty, very average, like you're waved and you can't see properly, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? Do you know what I'm trying to say though? And I'm just goggles. Like, but the beer goggles, and what it kind of does, is kind of puts the reality into perspective that men are dogs. Again, it's just another.
Tracy might have been a really nice person.
Yeah, but he don't know that. He only got a dirty wine off it. He got a stiff wine, and she said, "I love you," in his ear, or whatever it was, trying to kiss his neck. And that's it, she's rolling, bro. Like, because to him, that's a lit night now. It's patterned. Yeah. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So, but obviously there's a deeper side to this stuff. There's the relationship side, right? Yeah. And this is where I really need your opinion more than ever. On the last episode, D Gully said that men are in control of relationships, right? I said for the most part I agree. But I also believe women have control on the direction that a relationship goes to. He kind of disagreed with me, innit? I watched it back. Yeah, there's a lot of disagreements going on. And his thing was like that men control, like a woman controls sex, that's what he said. You know, like, which I agree totally. Then he was like also like a woman can kind of control who they give their number to, which we agreed on, which is the point I raised.
Wait, what? Women
can control who they talk to as well. You know, like say like if you meet someone you find unattractive, it's in your power to say no to him when he asks for your number.
Yeah.
Right, cool. So I was like, them two, he was like, we agreed on those. And then he was just saying that basically how far a relationship goes from there is all due to the man. And I just kind of said that I used to think that, and I think it's still that for the most part. But I do believe that also, on top of that, that women can really control and influence relationships. What's your opinion on that?
It's a big one.
It is. It's hard because I think both control. I think it just depends on what kind of person you are, whether or not you have the control. Because you could have a really just like stern woman, so stern that she controls that relationship. Do you get what I'm saying? And you're thinking, wow, she like, not that she's like controlling me, but she's a good one. Like, she's stern, she's proper,
solid.
Yeah, she can control this relationship. I'm good with that. But then you can also, obviously, on the other side, have a man. I think when a man controls it just by himself, I feel like he's not really serious.
Why? Because there's no like
unpack that
balance.
I feel like when
I like this.
I feel like when men control the narrative of the control the relationship, I just think he's not a very serious person. Just based on that.
Yeah, I rate that.
Do you agree with that?
I do. That's what I said to him.
Yeah.
Because my thing is as well, and you know what? I'm gonna say it straight. Like, as a man, like I'm not a man that like doesn't have a lot to offer. I'd say I've got a decent tick off some good boxes and all that. I'd say I know how to do my thing, network, make some bread here and there, bring some shit to the table. And I was just saying that, like, as switched on as I am in certain areas of business and that, sometimes a woman is more emotionally switched on than you. And sometimes what means a lot to a woman doesn't mean as much to you, but they'll make you find out that it means a lot to them. And then you have to respect that and be part of that, because it's like, that's your woman, you get me?
Yeah.
And my thing was that, like, I was saying that, like, a lot of the time throughout my life, it's not a relationship unless we spoke about it.
Yeah.
And that's what I think, yeah. But then I've actually been in a situation where it was kind of like in no man's land for a while, but the woman took control on, like, introducing me to her mum, inviting me to family parties. My dad's coming tonight. Are you alright with coming if he's there? Boom, boom, boom. And then before you know it, you know her whole family and they will love you and you rate them. I can't lie, she's kind of like swerving it her way. And that's not an accident, brother. Because if it didn't work out with the family, then she knows I can't be with you anyway. Because my mum don't like you, or my dad thinks you're a dickhead, or whatever.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. So for me, I kind of realised that. And do you know what it is? I rang my boy one time and I was like, can't lie, I said, bro, she just got me a mad Valentine's card, you know. And he's like, is it? And I was like, yeah. I said, fam, it said, like, to my fabulous boyfriend and that.
Aww.
With a picture on the front. I was like, that ain't my girl. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, but this is me talking to him.
Yeah.
And I said, we didn't even spoke about this shit. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, yeah, but bruv, like, yeah, I hear that, but what you saying about, you met her dad as well, innit? And her mum and her brother and her son. And I was like, fuck. Like, he's right, bruv. Like, you know, like, she's got every right to say that, fam.
Like, are you crazy? Could you imagine a guy saying that's not my girlfriend? I brought you home.
Yeah.
How can you not think you're
That's
my
what I was trying to tell D Gully, bro.
How could you not think
That's why I need to hear it from a lady.
Yeah, and that's...
Am I wrong, though?
No.
Because I felt like I might have been a hypocrite still. Because, you know, like, I was getting waved and I was pressing it on him and that. But I just feel like, for me, historically, that you, as a man, you will kind of control if it grows based on the fact that you're going to be the one that kind of makes the proposal in the long term. So you do have a level of control.
Yeah,
we know
yeah.
that.
You're not just completely sitting in the back seat.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
But I just, and going back to what you said as well, do you know how sick the point is that she raised about, like, you can have a woman that's proper switched on and in control, and a man just, like, knows he's got a real one, and he just, this is the dog with discipline. It's all full circle, bruv. Like, man, that are fucking savages, bruv. Like, you know, like, I've seen them thump up man and that go mad. But you see when their missus is, oi, calm down, in road rage. You know the road rage? Yeah. They go,
yeah, no, it's true.
And they just sit down.
Yeah.
They sit down because it's their missus, bruv. And she's got to say.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
So she must have control, innit?
That's my point.
If you're normally the guy that would go to a club and start moving mad when something happens and start banging out, and your girl's like, come on, man. Like, you don't need to do that. Yeah, you start banging out. Come on, let's not do that. And you actually
I agree, man. I agree. Like, sometimes for a man, it's a voice of a woman that's your peace.
The voice of reason.
Yeah, the voice of reason. You get me? Trust. And I think that's why, like, it is good to have women friends as well, because I've only got a couple women friends. I'm not good at that shit. Like I feel like
why is that? Is that because you always find them attractive?
Yeah.
Well, at least you're honest.
Yeah, I can't lie. It's always like growing up, I was like that. You know, like she's got a really nice corner of her eye. Like, you know, like it didn't take much. Like it didn't.
Yeah.
Nah, because bro, you know, like you can find, you know what it is. You can find attraction in really weird places. And you know how like a lot of man, back in the day would be like, oh right, like that thing clapped. Man used to do that now. Like get away from me. To girls and that, man, it's dead. Like me, I used to be like, oh that's rude, bruv. Like for me, I used to think, oh, but she dresses good. I always find something to like. And I think that's probably a bad thing looking back on it. Because it's too, you can't like everyone, you know what I'm saying?
Eager.
No, I wasn't eager though. I used to hide it well. I never was the guy to follow a girl down the road ever. Yeah. I can't do it. You can't. Yeah. Yeah, my pride and that. My ego.
Like, yo, miss, yo.
I'm more likely to get them off of a whole different techers. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you know, like, oh, your shoelace is undone.
Don't kill me.
Yeah, facts. And they go, oh, right, thanks. Yeah, it's cool.
Or you drop something, my number. Like,
no. Not the corny bars. Like, your shoelace has to be open.
Okay.
Like, that's as an example, innit? Like,
so what if it's not? What are you going to say?
If it's not, then it's not, innit? Like, it could be something else.
Like, your shoelace is not open.
Nah, man. Come on.
I like how it's tight.
It's going to have to be, like, something legit. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, like, I'm a cultured brother, man. Like, you get me? Like, I might see a little new season something, and women ain't expecting the man to know that's new season. I say, what, new season? Yeah, cold. And they'll be like, oh, yeah, thanks. Because if someone actually appreciates what's going on it. Yeah. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You know when certain girls draw for the certain bracelets before they really hit the market and that, like before it's blown up. I know what that is. I'll say, oh, bro, are you moving, yeah? And then before you know it, they're thinking, oh, yeah, I fuck with him. He knows what he's talking about. I learned that from Jay-Z, man. Growing up, listen to Jay-Z's albums. Jay-Z's spitting bars, bro. He was talking about Cristal champagne when people thought it was beer, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy's ahead of his time, bro. Like, he was already money man before the rap and that. And it makes you realise, you see, like when you're chatting to women and that, if you can talk about stuff that other men can't talk about, they find you more interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is this what are you saying about all this? Like, do you think like
I don't want to give away all the gems, so I won't say too
much. No, but like honestly, like because I think when it was me, you, and D, and like I said, I just stayed out of it. But I just thought it was one of those things where it was just Brez talking to Brez, and it was that, like, you know, it's like guys will talk about this shit, and I think girls talk about this shit, and then like guys and girls probably, I don't know, like very rarely talk about this shit unless it's for entertainment. I feel like truly,
I hear that.
But I could be wrong. But
do you know what I feel? I don't know. Well, in terms of that, I've got guy friends. Like, there's like a little collection of us, and like we have these conversations all the time. Like, we're very like open. We just keep it real. Like, we just say how it is. The boys will be like, no.
Yeah, because the dating game's hard work right now.
Yeah.
The streets are cold, bro. Streets are ice cold, fam.
Everyone's been telling me.
They are, man. Yeah. I'm not in it, but I've heard. And I agree, man. I agree.
He said I'm not in it, but I've heard and I agree.
I agree, because I think that it was getting cold before man try to opt out and that, you get me? Like, she's cold blood. Like, man go on Instagram and see madness every day in that film.
Yeah, Instagram is zoomed in.
Instagram's not real life.
Yeah, but wait, so you would talk to your brethren about this and you get like a very like.
I mean, that don't mean we always agree on stuff.
Of course, no, I'm not saying that.
Don't.
But you get candid responses in it. It's just exactly what you feel, and none of you like.
Definitely.
Yeah, you're kind of.
But sorry, I feel like I kind of went past what you was actually asking me.
So.
Sorry.
Oh, you know.
Still look at me.
Nah, but that's basically it. That same thread, like. Just,
do you not agree much in the group?
Like, yeah, like the two, like males and male women talking.
Do you know what? It's actually quite mixed, because sometimes we might have like a few females in the group that are like, no, that don't make no sense. But then there might be a few that are like, no, but it does. But they're siding with the boys, so we're not biased to each other or nothing. Yeah. But then they ask another question. Then they'll be like, what about like, how do we feel about like our partners taking selfies?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, a selfie's alright, but it depends on what
never
angle.
Used to be. What angle? Nah.
No, it does depend on the angle.
Like, if it's like that, it's a myth.
Yeah.
Nah, it's the worst ones are the ones where they're like, no, like that.
That's like a mum and dad.
Oh, the uncle one. Yeah, the uncle selfie's wild, bruv. Nah,
you'd rather that than that though, innit? Like the MySpace.
Yeah, no.
That's long.
Or like, what about full length mirror pictures?
For men?
Yeah, like with your camera like this.
What do you mean? What, a man taking a picture in the mirror?
Yeah.
The way I've never even considered this one.
Does it depend on how you're posing? But girls look at all this stuff.
Swear.
I mean, when I checked into the hotel, the mirror was bad. I had a telly in the mirror and that. I filmed this shit and I'm in it like this, gang. But I wasn't taking pictures in the mirror, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? It's a bit mad still. I can't lie. Alright, so boom, here's a funny story for you, yeah? When we was in the O2 Indigo, D Block performed. This was 2012, I think. You know who D Block are?
Yeah.
They're not the Europe ones. Yeah, the American ones, yeah. So Styles P, real street dude, man, that raps. Crazy guy. You know, Styles P's thing is separate, man. Styles, they made a song called No Selfies. Yeah, D Block. They weren't jacking the selfies thing. They weren't feeling it. Anyway, boom, they're in London, and obviously London fans are quite like fickle. Like they probably heard 1 or 2 tunes and went to the concert and weren't real fans and that. And these lot have come to meet and greet the fans outside, and they've done like, raw, if you want to buy a CD off us, we'll sign it, and it's £20 a CD. They're making peas, innit? Because they can touch the streets. They're real dudes. They don't need to roll around with security and that. So, and out of nowhere, some brother's gone, yeah, Styles, Styles. And Styles has switched because he tried to take a selfie with him. And Styles has like flinged his hand. What? You get me? It's gone side. It's gone mad left. And the brother's like, I'm trying to buy a CD and get a picture. Like, and he's like, no selfies, sir. No fucking selfies, motherfucker. He's going mad because he thinks it's like.
Is that for promo?
No, he's saying it's like a,
like
LBGT.
Or like,
what's it called
or
again?
like, or like, let's say feminine.
Yeah,
vibe.
yeah, soft.
Yeah.
And he's not having it. But then this is probably not a dickhead. He just wanted a picture of Styles P and no one was there to take it.
Yeah.
And then it's gone techie, and then me and some other big you had to like break the thing up. Styles was switching, bro. Styles was not having it, bro. It's on YouTube somewhere. He was going mad over it. And later on down the line, at the time, I can't lie, I agreed. Yeah. At the time, I agreed, right? But now you see bare people taking pictures.
Yeah.
Like people that are like
normal.
selfies, sorry, I should say. Even I take them, bruv.
Yeah, it's normal.
Like if the roof's off in the summer and the chain's shining and the trim's fresh and that, and I might be like, fling that round, man. Fuck
Everyone.
Yeah. It's normal now.
I don't think one thing I don't think you can do is judge someone's sexual preferences off of a picture.
No, you can't. You can't.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
Not a picture, the angle of a picture or the. Do you get it? Because I think there is certain pictures that you might get a vibe from. But you know what I'm trying to say? But come on, man. But the mirror thing's wild though. It don't mean that they're that. But the mirror thing is a bit spicy, isn't it?
Why?
Like a mirror picture like that, you said.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah, it's
just straight up like that.
It's a little, I don't know, man.
You've never taken a mirror picture?
Not like that, nah.
Have you ever taken a mirror picture?
Yeah. If I got a good outfit on.
Yeah, I was just going to say the outfit thing will definitely play a big part in it.
Well, you're not doing it naked, are you?
Nah, but some people are too enough though. Some people take a picture of everything. There's people that literally take a selfie when they shouldn't.
Yeah.
Because they're so enough. Like, bruv, you should not be taking a selfie today. You should have allowed that till Friday when you got a trim and come out the sauna. Looking half decent.
Maybe they like themselves like that.
Some people love themselves. That's the problem. They love themselves so much.
I don't think there's anything
not
wrong
a problem
with that. I love myself. I mean, who else is going to love me like me?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I hear that, and big up yourself, man. I respect it.
Yeah, big up me.
I love me too, but it's also a thing where like I don't know,
but
man.
we'll be talking about, if you're talking about vanity, then I hear you.
Yeah, that's the right word.
Yeah.
Because I feel like even I do too much occasionally. I like it when someone tells me, like, I got one brethren and he sent me a selfie of someone else and said, if you ever do this, I'm getting onto you. You know, that angle. That. And then if I did something similar, bye, will hit me up like, bro, that bad. You get me? And then it's like, yeah, I hear that still. But at the same time, again, this is shallow, to think like that.
It's so shallow.
It's shallow.
So shallow. Like, what does that mean? It means absolutely nothing. It actually means absolutely nothing.
The fad thing's wild, though.
No, it's not.
If you're not on a holiday in that bar,
no, it's not.
And it's 42 degrees in that. That's
listen,
mad.
I'm all for the guys that want to take out. Listen, I'd rather you take. I don't want you to die beside me because you've got heat stroke because you didn't want to get the fan out.
The fan's not stopping you getting heat stroke,
Well, I'm just saying it's gonna cool you down. Though I don't think there's anything wrong with a guy having a portable fan, a hand fan, whatever, to cool themselves down.
Because even at one point, man bags were getting criticised. Like you can even wear a man bag, bro, at one point until it become a road thing.
The pouches.
Just the standard man bag thing. Yeah, and then later on down the line, you see like Gunner and that, and Young Thug and that wearing handbags, and then certain roadmen in London were buying them.
Yeah.
Like the go yard ones and that. But I don't know about all that.
Well, it's preference, innit?
I can't knock it either because you can't say there's something based on a bag either. That's bad.
Yeah.
Obviously, times have changed. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Times have really changed to the point where fashion has gone so like different.
It'll keep changing though, because people just 100%. Want innovation. Yeah. People like with what we've got with Instagram and
there's so
it's
much
always
fast
new.
Fashion as well.
Yeah, like
trends.
It's all disposable. It's all new, and if it ain't new, want something else immediately.
Yeah.
Like we used to do this when we were younger as well. Like we used to do weird shit, innit?
Yeah.
Like,
Roll
like,
your trainers, the socks over your jeans and
like,
that.
Bruv, like the fat laces you used to do in Hayes, innit? Like,
and I used to cut my jeans.
Yeah, but you look back, and you're like, oh, that was kind of corny, but it was a part of what you did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
everyone did it.
As times move on, there's always something new. So like this fan, for example, innit? Like people just didn't do it. And now they might do it now. And
when everyone's doing it, it's normal.
The moment that a designer will touch it, that shit will be normal.
Yeah, it's
like,
true.
The moment
Balenciaga fan on that.
Something, and then there's price attached to it, and then there's status. Then it's like, all right, so if he's got this, the status is hard, and then the look is good. Like that's how clothes always worked and shit like that, innit? Like
literally.
Yeah, that's just how shit goes, man. I think with everything just wanting to be new, innovated. Yeah. Like dusty shoes used to be long. And then people are buying dusty shoes for $1,000.
I'm not buying them, bro,
which is crazy to me.
It is. And it's like a different thing now, isn't it? You see dusty Nikes, or you see a dusty no label, and you're like, this person's probably bought it.
When you see them girl in like the white Air Forces that are muddy and that, bro, it's mad.
They're like festival trainers.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, Air Forces don't stay clean for very long.
That's why you got to get rid of them.
They're such pointless trainers.
You got to get more, man. You gotta give it to charity. You get a new pair.
I can't stand those shoes. They really wind me up. You go out once, on a nice hot day, and I'll get home and I'm like, they look off white now. Yeah, they don't look white anymore.
Trust me.
I give them to charity shop all the time, man. I get at least 14 white Air Force Ones throughout a year. I think, or 2 years.
Bruv, they've gone spenny now as well.
Now they've gone.
Oh my
Nowadays, you might as well buy Jordans.
Yeah.
Because
they're like £110.
Yeah, it's mad still.
They were like £50.
That was the default shoe.
Yeah.
Like just the default shoe. It was a calm day.
But they have to be Colgate.
You're wearing your Air Forces.
If they're not Aquafresh Colgate white, bro, you can't wear them.
Yeah.
As a man. Especially
what do you mean?
Nah, cuz.
Listen, I wear anything on my foot.
Your thing's more like retro-ish. Is that the right word?
I don't know.
Give me Shoreditch vibes.
I don't know. I wear one, but alright,
yeah. You know what I mean? Though, it's different. Your thing's your thing.
Yeah.
My thing's my thing.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with any of them. It's just that me personally, like the same way I need a fresh fade, I need a fresh white Forces, bro. It's not about money, by the way, as well, because the drip thing as well. Now people are on Dior, this what you could have a plain white Uniqlo t-shirt, big man.
Yeah.
But if your crepe is fresh and your trim's on point, you're good, bruv.
Yeah.
Get me, in my opinion.
If you're feeling yourself and it feels good and you step out, I think it radiates.
Can you date a man with mash up white Air Forces? When the things is mashed down. Rock up.
How mashed down?
You've got her here, like she's deep in this a lot now.
Yeah, like
how mashed down?
Like raw. Man's been out raving in
two holes.
He's worn them on the road and that, and it's just like the laces are changing colour a little bit. You know the ones I'm talking about. Like when you see them white girls with like the white girl white Air Force ones.
So tight when they tie
the creases have got their own name. Like like there's so many creases that there's a family of creases. You got like a bit of dust on them that never can't wipe off because it's a bit too deep.
Like they're just finished.
Yeah, blood. Like, can you date a man wearing them?
And he's wearing them with a proper.
His chest up. Yeah, like, bruv, I'm here. We're going to cinema April. We're going to that restaurant you want to go to. How you handle that situation?
You're bad, man.
No, it's a question, isn't it? Like,
no. Because, do you know why though? Because I wouldn't wear trainers that look like that. So I don't expect my partner to wear trainers like that. Like everything kind of needs to mirror. That's how I am. Like if I look after my body, you need to look after your body as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we spoke about that in the last episode.
That's not me being shallow. It's just that's how I operate.
It's self-respect. Self-respect.
That's my standards. Do you know what I'm saying? So I have to align with someone that's on the same
wave, innit?
Do you get what I mean?
Nah, I hear that still. I'm the same, man.
So just to fully answer it, no. But I would more than happy to go to JD with him and buy him a new pair.
You'd buy him a new pair?
Well, maybe the reason he hasn't bought any is because maybe he doesn't have the money for them. So if you need me to help,
he might even be trying to take you out to the restaurant and that. Like, that's money, man.
Yeah, so then maybe I could give him some trainers back.
So basically, what we're
she'll help him, innit? Yeah,
surely he's got other shoes though. That's so unrealistic.
No, because I know a man like that.
But so what's their reason?
And they got bread and that, but they just don't care about fashion.
That's different then. But is he wearing a mash up tracksuit as well? Because if you're doing all of that, then that's fine because it makes sense.
Like I know man that wear a clean Zara t-shirt, fresh out the gym looking wham and that. The average pair of jeans, whatever, any belt, and then they might have a pair of white Forces on, but the white Forces look like they've seen better days. I've seen that. I've seen it. See that shit, man. Sometimes even I think, right, you should go over and get changed, bro.
But you know what? Sometimes you don't realise how dirty trainers are until you really look at them. I'm not going to lie to you, because sometimes my shoes get really dirty and I'm like, oh, the bottom of these are looking a bit... I need to clean these.
Yeah, crap.
I think fashion, not fashion, sorry, I'd say style. Style is very important for me when meeting a woman. Like, you can meet a woman with the bangingest body, 10-10 body, but they dress like an auntie. You know what I mean? Like, they wear all the old looking stuff and Molly stuff and that. And they're not really...
So Molly?
Yeah, Molly's like an old word for like old fashioned.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, I've seen that, bruv. Like, you see a woman and it's like, raw, like, her things and mad still, but like, them jeans and that top, they're giving me like Burton's vibes. You know, remember Burton's menswear though, but you know, the woman's version
Burton's.
of whatever that is.
No, I'm sure it was even called Burton's now.
Is it? Where's the women's clothes on?
I feel like
but them kind of shop though.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? And it gets like, raw, it's kind of like, no, but wait, it's alright for pieces, like accessories, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pieces and that, you can get away with that.
Yeah, true.
But I'm talking about that auntie wear, you know what I mean? But you still would be like, raw, she's alright though.
Well, grown woman vibes.
Auntie.
Grown woman.
Yeah, like real auntie though.
What, because their skirt's long?
Nah, it's not about length, it's just the fit and that, like, you know, like the cut of the jeans, material. I'm from West, bruv. Like, we do our thing in West. We get dressed nice and that. I see that shit. Like, I be like, raw, boy, she's dressed like she's still in 1998. You know what I'm trying to say? Or whatever, and it's 2022.
Yeah.
So for me, it's a big thing when I meet a woman. I do like a woman to dress a certain way and look presentable.
Because you want her to mirror the type of person you like.
Not necessarily. Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
Well, no, because why?
Because you're still your own person, and I want you to be you. I don't want you to just like.
Of course, you're not dictating what she wears, but you like the fact that she dresses a certain way. You're not going to say put on this skirt and wear this top and put on these trainers. Yeah. But you're looking at someone that mirrors like you to an extent in terms of how she dresses.
Presentable and that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's a big thing, and I think it's a turn on for me actually. Like a woman that dresses good.
Yeah.
It's kind of like raw, like that's banging, man. That's sexy.
Yeah,
like sex appeal, what you said about earlier, I think a lot of sex appeal comes from energy, confidence, and style. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like you could wear the same garments as the next girl, but it's just that little gap you left between your jeans and the top, so you can see the skin and that, and you just got it down pat. Like your thing's separate. That would drive a man wild. Like, the lower back showing, you get me, whatever, boom, boom, boom. It's mad. But as a woman, is there like what's like a turn off for you for a man when you meet them? And it could kind of tie into red flags a bit, because I feel like you can have a red flag turn off and a normal turn off. Does that make sense?
No, like what?
You don't make sense?
No, I don't know. What do you mean like a red flag?
Like you see like Redsters, yeah?
So you're talking about like what they look like or like how they are as a person?
I think both. That's what I meant. You know what I mean? Like you can get someone where they look good, but the attitude or the way they... you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Like they're too upper class and they're a bit of a snob. So then
it could just be the use of language as well. Like when a woman calls me fam and that, I'm just like, I'm done, bro. I don't know you and you're calling me boy names and that. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like man them lingo.
That's so sexist. Who said fam was just for boys to use?
Because it's not like that. I'm trying to talk to you, innit? You're calling me brother and that.
Maybe that's how she communicates as well.
Yeah, so you're not for me. That's what I'm trying to say. It's fair. You can, you know what I'm trying to say?
Fair.
I would like you to call me like a normal
Your Highness.
No, I'm joking. Mad, you know. It's going mad. You're going mad, Abe.
I'm
for
joking.
me, just call me like something normal.
Like hi.
Yeah, hello.
Yo.
Even like when women call you like say you don't know me, but you might say you're right, love. That's fine. Like.
Or hun or whatever.
Yeah, like I definitely think you got a point what you're saying earlier about the babe thing and that though. Like, because I used to call all women like babe.
I don't think you can do that.
You can't no more.
No.
Like I think I learned that mistake. Took me a while though, but I still learned it.
I do think everything has an underlining meaning. This is the things though, because I feel like boys are like men and boys are so blasé. Like
yeah, we are.
They're so blasé.
I am sometimes. Yeah.
I don't want to speak for all of you, but some of you are just so blasé.
Don't even mean what you're saying sometimes.
Yeah, like you're just so blasé. Like, do you think that girls? Oh, I'm on a tangent now, Jesus. But no, like, but like blasé 40%. In the sense of. No, don't be rude. But blasé in the sense of like guys think, oh, it's a minor if they like another girl's picture or something, yeah. But then girls are looking at it from a whole different angle because we know girls. So we're like, oh, you think it's just a like? Because you're just like, all I did was like her picture.
It is.
Blasé.
That's just a like, though. That's what it's made for.
Now we're going to have loads of guys in the comments.
No, because on Instagram, it doesn't say dislike. It says like or don't. Like.
But why do you have to like it?
Like, bruv, like, there's so many factors that could come from a picture. Like the palm trees in the back, the water behind them.
Then maybe you should comment, I like that palm tree behind
No, but commenting is worse than liking.
No, I think
liking is much way less meaningful in my opinion.
I think liking's sneaky because really you want to comment.
No, because if I wanted to comment, Do you know what I'm trying to say?
But you wouldn't because you... but you wouldn't what? Because it's way more meaningful.
No, comment is meaningful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you stay away from that. That's the danger zone. But you could genuinely, right, follow... Like, alright, you could follow a female, yeah, see a picture, they could be in a mad address, yeah, but they're just on a mad beach in, like, Bali or something. And you're just like, right, banging picture, man. And the picture's sick. You know, like, raw, that's a picture, you'd be like, oh, that's a hard picture. Like, because Instagram is made... to like.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that because I liked it, I want to be in her knickers. That's where I think women go wrong, if I'm going to be genuinely honest with you. I think the world is changing though. I think that before, people would agree with me, and now they won't agree with me. I think now they think that if you've got a girl, for instance, you shouldn't be liking no other female's pictures. But then why are you following them for? To not like, was pre. Like, it's designed for that, innit? Like, the like don't mean nothing.
Yeah, but people get into relationships at different stages of having Instagram. Do you get what I'm saying? So you're not just going to unfollow everyone because you're in a relationship. But I do think you need to have some form of self-control. Like,
yeah, I agree with that.
Why do you have to like the picture? It could be a nice picture and you could just appreciate that it was a nice picture and keep it moving. But if you know your girl's going to make noise about you liking a picture, was it that deep for you to have to like it?
That's true. But then at the same time, why should your girl have to make noise about that? Because she's your girl.
Yeah, and her feelings matter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So does the girls whose picture you like me more or your girl? That's how you have to weigh it out.
This is getting deep, bro.
No, but it's true though. That's how girls look at it.
Is that a red flag for you, a guy that likes everyone's pictures? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because I feel like, what do you love about that? Like, why do you have to like it? Because I'm not. No, but for real, because I keep it 100. Like, I'm not stupid. Like, people look. Do you get what I'm saying? You're never gonna be the prettiest girl. Yeah. They're gonna see something else in someone else aesthetically. Like, oh, do you know whatever? That's fine. Keep it in your head. Don't make me know. But when you're on Instagram, you don't have to do that. Yeah. And if you know that's something I don't like, then you're now choosing my happiness over the fact of boosting someone else's ego because she's got another like. That's just how I see it.
No, but I hear that though, because I've heard women say that to me before.
Because
do you know me? I like things.
Yeah.
I'm actually probably a serial liker. Like because I'm genuinely serious, right? I could actually
addicted to it all.
Not addicted. That's a mad word, fam. That's like my coffee in the morning.
No, but people are addicted to social.
I'm opening this now, yeah. Like I might watch this, think, raw, that's a hard freestyle, and do that, yeah. The same way I might scroll down. Look.
To me, yeah, it really...
That there, I'm not going to... I don't think that's, like, anything crazy. But it could have been. It could have been, like, a picture where it's like, raw, that's hard.
It's not just any picture where, like, oh, don't like that. It's just... There's certain types of pictures you can now like him. Do you get what I'm saying? If the girl's in a bikini on a beach...
Oh, I stay away from them. Yeah, man, stay away from them.
You don't have to like it. Like, maybe it was a nice picture, but... Yeah, you got to stay away from them, especially if you've got a girl. If you're single, do your thing. Yeah.
But, like, for me... like that, no thanks. We gotta go past that one.
Yeah, you do.
Do you know what I'm saying? But then if it's like raw, cool, I'm digging deep here. Like that.
Come.
Yeah.
Come.
But still, I'll be honest with you, because they don't know who we're talking about.
Yeah.
That's not a good picture.
What do you mean?
It's just not a good picture. There's nothing in that picture that makes me go, that's a good picture.
No, but I'm saying a picture like this is fine. Like.
Yeah, but I don't want to like this one because it's not. Because it's not a good picture. Do you get where we're coming? You get what I'm trying to say now? Like
I can't.
There's like it has to still be like that's a sick picture. Because of the plant. Look at the aesthetics. Look.
Yeah, it is a nice picture.
That's a sick picture, isn't it?
That's a nice picture.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind.
So I might like that.
Yeah. You should like that.
But now I can't because of that. Look. Is that what you're saying? I can't now because of this one. You see what I'm trying to say? You get me though.
Yeah.
It's techie. The game's changed, man.
Yeah, it is.
It
is.
So what are things that turn you off? That's one of them. Is it? A guy that likes bare pictures.
No, do you know what? I'm just. I'm being picky. Not really.
Though.
If you can't, if that's what you did before, cool. But like I said, it's just certain pictures. I feel like you should just know what you shouldn't really be liking. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because sometimes girls put out pictures for that
trap
response. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you lots know that as well.
Yeah.
So when you're,
I don't think we do sometimes. You know.
What?
I think women know more than we know.
Yeah, maybe.
I think we don't sometimes.
That's why I said blasé.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, nah, come on. I
Blasé.
can't lie, man. I'll keep it real. You got a point. But what's the other things that you don't like then? When you meet a guy, what's the turn-offs, man? Do you know?
Not
Is
really.
it hard? No red flag things that you look out for?
Not really.
I look out for communication red flags from the jump. You know.
But how do you? Yeah, but when you first start speaking to someone, I think it's hard to get a red flag from that, because I think sometimes I ain't spoken to someone in a long time, so I don't know. But when communication, I'm sure it's a bit shaky at the beginning because you don't know each other. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to kind of judge when.
Yeah, you don't want to you don't want to be too forward, I would imagine.
But you don't want to be too much of a stranger.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it might seem a bit wishy-washy.
Yeah, you don't want to hit them up before 9.
Yeah, like you're really overthinking.
10. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
You try and keep it within professional hours. And
yeah.
There's boundaries in that levels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But communication is obviously one of your
hygiene's my biggest one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hygiene for me is massive, man. Like if
say no festivals for 3 days, no wash.
Definitely.
No Glastonbury.
That ain't my type of tick, man. I'll be honest. That ain't my type of tick, man. For me, like.
Well, you wouldn't do that just for like an experience.
I'm too.
You're too cleansing.
Yeah, like I think I've got issues. You know, my mum used to tell me that when I was young, like I wash my hands so many times during the day that even she used to tell me to stop. You know, like that, like. Yeah, like I think what's it called again?
Is that hypochondriac?
Nah, there's
no,
it's not them two. It's another one, man. There's a saying for it.
I know what you're talking about.
Where everything has to be a certain clean. What's it called again, man? It's gonna jar me, man. Yeah. But basically, like I used to go play in the garden, and I'll come in and I'll sit.
OCD.
Yeah, OCD. Okay.
I'll sit on the side of the bath to reach the sink and just wash my hands bare. And my mum used to be like, "You just wash them, get out, come on, da." And it's just how I was, man. And even as I've got older, to be honest, like I thought it'll be very hard for someone to see me in a creased t-shirt. To see, I just think that's just part. I've got OCD. I've probably got OCD, man. Man. Like none of them crusty Air Forces can't run. Do you get me? Like I feel like man. Like man, have to like shower as many times as I need to. You know, like some people they say, I shower in the morning. I was like, well, of course you do, but you have to shower at night as well. Some people don't, bro. Like,
yeah.
So. Yeah, going Glastonbury is definitely not on my to-do list.
That's not on your bucket list now.
Nah. For me, I can't, man. Like even like when I was young, we went camping once and that shit was horrible, man. Like for me, but I'm sure for some other people that's an exciting experience. Do you know what I mean?
I'm all for nature though. I can't lie, but I don't know how I'd get on with it.
I like going for walks and that in forests and that, but.
Not sleeping over.
Yeah. You know the way there. Like, come on, man. Let's go yard still. Or even like dating women though. For me, hygiene's massive because even going back to what we said earlier, you can't kiss her foot back if her foot stink and that. You get me? Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, if we're gonna keep it real, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, there's certain times where like you might find a girl very attractive. And then you go to a house and you go, oh my God, what is going on? Why is there dust everywhere? Why is the bathroom bin overflowing? Why is behind the toilet got grime building up? Because
where she puts the most effort in is what got you back there.
Exactly, and that's why men have to know yourself when you're being thirsty as well, because you don't know this woman's living conditions.
But they probably don't even care. They
don't care. They don't care, man. It's true, you know. It's true.
They don't care. They're like, what?
That's what I was telling D Gully. I saw a meme and it was like, your woman crush Wednesday probably lives in a council estate of her mum, trying to kill a cockroach with a slipper.
Hold on, I was about to pause you. Like, what's wrong with living in a council estate?
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Don't be rude.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like, you know when someone acts like they're on their high horse and that.
No, you can live in a council estate, but your house can still be clean and tidy.
Yeah, you got to be humble as well,
definitely.
though. You don't live in a penthouse.
Yeah.
There's levels. And that's the problem as well that we go through, like the levels that people... Like, that's what D Gully's, one of his arguments was about like, women that are kind of like... what's the right way of saying it? Where their dating pool is unrealistic as well. You know, where they want a man that does all of these things.
Yeah.
But what do you do? There was a lot of that conversation going on with him. Do you know what I mean? And I think that that is a problem as well for everyone, but especially for some women that I know, like they'll say that, you know, men are trash, that there's they're not dating no one, they're not out here, the game's dead, whatever, boo, it's dry. But I'm just like, bruv, like, what are you looking for? really, because at the end of the day, I said this on the last podcast, there's a guy out there that's probably like fits fucking boilers for a living, plumber, engineer, whatever, drives a van and fixes boilers, decent geezer, not a bad height, got a secure income, a pension, nice guy, family orientated, God fearing, but because he's not lit on the gram, or because he ain't got a rollie, or because he can't really facilitate you going to Nobu every Saturday, like they'll say, nah, man. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And I think that's where but then it's like, if you're looking for that only.
So do you think that when someone's looking for a partner, they should be looking for someone that's on par with them? Because
that's his point.
Do you guys care about if like a girl's not got money, but if she's like if you could imagine her being a wife and she can cook, she can clean, she's respectful, like, are those factors more important than the fact that she's not really
I think it depends on what type of man you speak to.
Yeah.
Because I think there is a big range of men that just want that.
Yeah.
And that's pretty old school, if I'm honest. Yeah. And in the new school, women are doing a lot of productive things. I think sometimes what it is, in my opinion, it's just my opinion. I feel like if I put it this way, I feel like if I go really hard, to like find a way to make bread, to like save money, start businesses, like network with people to do like really productive things, and then I meet a woman that's on the same type of time as me, I feel like not only will we have common interests and an understanding of each other's time and our schedules and stuff, we're also are going to build a different type of living, because quality of life, because we're both killing it. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
You could do that with someone that has maybe all the like wifey morals or whatever you want, but she just isn't at par with you. She's not earning a great amount, but she works, but she's not, she drives I don't know, a KA, the really old ones. Do you know what I mean? You're whipping I don't know, like I'm just giving you
painting the picture.
You did it well though. You did it well.
I mean, she's a red one.
What that little
guy? You got a red one,
a red one as well.
Red
one. And you've got a
that's hilarious, bro.
Pitch black Mercedes GLA. I don't know. I just made that one up. I don't even know what that looks like. But
G-Wagon.
You've got a G-Wagon.
You're killing it.
But she
same colour as your hair.
She's she's a woman, like, you could imagine having kids with her. You know that she'll fit into your family, blah blah blah. But right now she's just not quite there. However, you see potential. You know that she's a hard worker. If you gave her
ambitious as well.
If you gave her the tools, she could possibly be at the same. But then, or are you looking for a self-made woman? That's
no. For me, I look for what you're talking about. Yeah, that's my type.
Rather than someone that is where you are.
Do you know why? Because
is that competition?
Nah. Do you know what? It's not even that, because you know what it is. For me, I feel like ambition is sexy. Yeah. And I also so the line of work that I'm in is business development. Yeah. And to develop is a meaningful word. Like, you have to take that for what it is. Like, not everything comes pre-made. Do you understand me? And I think one of my biggest personal skills is to like see something in someone and nurture it. Do you get it? And sometimes you will meet don't get it twisted. Like, man's met a woman that nurtured me. Trust, I can't even lie. Like, the girl nurtured man still.
Whoever she was.
Yeah, big her up, man. Trust me, man. Nah, real people still, but like, she was the one that like was like, raw, like, yo, yeah, when you gonna you booked your next driving lesson. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, have you get me? Have you done this and that? And like, and even having a good woman around you that pushes you. Yeah,
they'll be reminding you. You'll be like, if you never said nothing to me, I wouldn't have even remembered.
Nah, but even still, when like they're doing it in such a lovely way, that they're promoting your growth and they're supportive and they're like encouraging you. It's an encouragement, and I think that what we suffer from now in modern culture is a lot of people that want you pre-made, and there's no encouragement. It's like, if you ain't got this, you ain't on my level. And that.
It's actually putting you down.
It's a bit shit still, to be honest, and I don't like it. I do like, if a woman came at a higher level than me and we clicked. I've had that before.
That's fantastic.
No, I've had it before, but I was younger, innit? Yeah. Like, I was telling someone the other day that like I had this situation where I met a girl. She's the reason I keep my beard. No, it's you still. I met a girl and she was amazing. She was so good looking, man. Beautiful, attractive, good teacher. She had Louis on before people, like, you know what I mean? Like, Louis out, and I even only had a belt, and that's it. You get it at the time. And then she met me at a time where my cash was low, fam. Like, my opportunities are closed down. We had stopped doing certain things, whatever. Hard times, man. And I had enough money to just like clear the bills, fill up the fridge, pay the rent kind of thing, and get a shape up last resort if there's a bit left than that. You get it? And then this girl was kind of like, raw. Obviously, boom, man's telling her that, raw, I can't really provide you with what you want. But what I could provide her with, which is where this come in, is time and energy. So like, I'm there to talk to you and that more. Like, I'm there to support you. Tell me about your day. What's been going on? Here's my opinion on it. Boom, 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 boom. So I feel like raw when like man was chilling with her one time. I remember we're chilling, and like certain man are ringing her phone and that, bro. Do you get me? And I see the phone. I said it on the episode, bro. I watched it back, and I was just like, and I had to tell someone else about this the other day. We had a convo about it because it's a girl, and I was just like raw, like obviously
that's best.
Certain man
certain man are ringing her blow up, but she's in my bed. You get me? Chilling with me, fam, watching DVDs and that back then. So obviously raw, fucking like one day I say to her like, raw, like how you know my man? And she's like, oh, and she didn't know that. I said, yeah, now I see the name pop up. Oh yeah, nah. Like you was trying to date me before and all that and but he's a bit boring. He's a bit, you know what I mean, man? Man's was not famous but successful. Like I know him. I've seen him on telly. Do you know what I mean? And I know who he is and that. And I'm just like, yeah, nah, I hear that still. You get me? But my thing was like, raw, obviously the money don't make the man make the money. You get me? But at the same time, some man, they make money off of like a talent, but the talent doesn't necessarily make you appealing mentally. Do you get it? So then with women, like you said, emotions, I think confining in people, having a safe space to speak. Yeah. Also just like, I think you both actually said it earlier. It's about like, why would you want a man that's just like, do this, do that, without understanding the woman's point of view. Do you get it? Like where women can have control in a relationship or input and that. And I think that teamwork is very important in relationships. 100%. Understanding of each other and that. And I think that some people click and some people don't. Yeah. No matter how much money you got. Like I've met people and in reality, if I said, you know what, I'm going to wife this thing, cause her dad is patterned. Do you get it? My thing would have been smooth, bruv. But I just couldn't. Because it's not that, bruv. Like we don't click like that. I can't see myself having Sunday dinner with you. And no one else.
Might be a bit awkward.
Yeah, nah, and it's true, man. Like it's true still. But I think that like that's the thing with nowadays, though, isn't it? Like people it's the dating pool. Like you're restricting yourself if you've got loads of boxes to fill. Self-respect, I get it. Like you have to make sure you're happy. You have to make sure you go, because you know what? If you're gonna commit to someone, it's a long time, man. But at the same time, I feel like you have to be reasonable. Yeah. But then someone's reasonable compared to another person is different, I guess.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know what I'm saying? But me, I would definitely prefer to have a woman that's got a lot of ambition, doing her thing, grinding and that. And then when we buck, I might even see like her, the way she goes on about her job, I can tell that she's like really good at organisation. So then if I've got a business, like you can be assigned to that and that's yours now. And I like, you see what Crep's done with it's a good example actually. Crep, I just saw that, I haven't watched the podcast yet, but I see he talked about it. But what Crep's done is like, him and the baby mother are cordial. They might not be together no more from what it looks like, but he's thinking of his family, he's thinking of the child, and he's thinking about co-parenting, and I respect it. I respect that. That's a sick business move, man, because it's generational wealth. And to be honest, no matter what happens in these streets, mate, everyone's running around, linking, fucking, and all these things and that, doing the most. Love Island and City Girls and that. But but the reality is, are you patterning your home? That's the reality. Because at the end of the day, fam, when it's all said and done, we've all had like grandmas and granddads and that, where you've seen what a family can do, bruv. Like they raise everyone from grandma's house and that. Yeah. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Facts. So that's it, man. That's how I feel still. Yeah. So what's your opinion on like the whole red flag things? Do you have? I think it's a thing. I still have them. I think hygiene. I think self-awareness is big for me. You know, like how you come across when you're talking and stuff. I think that's massive, bruv. Like, you know, like when someone's just doing too much. But
you know, a lot of people don't have that.
They don't, man.
A lot of people actually don't have that, you know. A lot of people don't.
They don't.
Like a lot.
No, I bet. That's why. That's 100.
Like it's almost normal to just not.
I learned about it. I learned about it from watching someone else embarrassing themselves and not knowing they're doing it.
And they didn't know. They didn't realize.
They didn't care. I used to think, wow, you look really stupid. I never want to look like that.
Yeah.
See what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. I didn't really think about that one. But
self-aware is massive to me. But the same girl that patted me told me about that, man. Because one time I had an argument with someone in the street and she said, you both look so stupid. And I was like, nah, man, you started that shit. And she's like, yeah, but you look stupid as well. And I was like, raw.
True,
and
though.
you know, yeah, cause Jay-Z said that in the lyric, bro. Jay-Z said that I never argue with fools because from afar they don't know which one's the fool.
True.
And I was like, yo, man, that's true, you know. Like, man, just look like an idiot, man, arguing with people in traffic and that or whatever and that. Just just put your thumb up, brother, and drive off, man.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean? Know yourself. Got a little game, yeah.
Oh God.
It's called This or That.
This or that.
This or that, man. You have to just pick one. You get me quick time, otherwise you might have to do a shot.
Oh Jesus.
We always start with the staple question, and it's a very, very important question, you know.
Oh God, what is it?
Nah, it's so important. It's probably the most important question of our generation.
Okay.
Vibes, Cartel, or Movado?
Vibes Cartel.
Cheese!
World boss!
Big Ali, man. You know
Sorry,
the thing.
it has to be Vibes.
Come on, that's my
has to
G.
be Vibes. Has to be.
You get it? Nicki Minaj or Lil' Kim?
Nicki Minaj.
New school thing, yeah. Why?
I've just never really been a Lil' Kim.
Lil' Kim's
fan.
cold, man.
Yeah, she probably is.
Minaj is better though, I think.
Do you know what? I'm not a massive hip hop fan.
What you do?
Like,
R&B? Bashment?
That I like neo soul.
Oh shit! Okay.
I like soulful house.
Wavy.
I like really mellow music. So Lil' Kim, obviously, if you're, I probably wouldn't really listen to either of them, but she's more like, do you get what I'm saying? She's very
Put your lighters up.
Yeah, whereas Nicki
New
Minaj
York.
is a bit more
Feminine with it as well.
Yeah, more
she knows how to
commercial.
tap in on both sides. Yeah,
she can be cruddy, but
she can
she's not
spit, but she can touch on like the girly stuff as well.
Yeah. Boy, you got my... Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Vocals. You get me?
Go through.
Shoes or bags?
Bags.
Bag more important than shoes to you, yeah?
Oh, more important?
Yeah, you gotta pick one, man.
No, shoes.
Shoes all day.
Yeah, shoes.
So you can go without a bag, innit? Or you could just get a River Island bag.
Got pockets. I don't. Do you know what? I'm really not a designer. I'm not a designer person.
Pockets. That was hard. The pockets, bruv. You get me? It's good.
Yeah, I don't like. There's some really nice like not designer bags. By the way.
100.
Just by the way, don't kill your bank balance for bags. Like I have so many bags and I can count how many designer ones I have.
Yeah.
Probably like 3.
That's good though. Good balance, card. Them 3 days like birthday, meal.
Exactly.
But you get me.
Special occasions, I take them
that's
out.
It. You have to do that. I'm like that with belts and that, bruv.
Yeah.
I think shoes are more important as well, even for men. Like for me, if you go back to the Chris White Forces.
Yeah. Like
that
statement.
That £110 White Forces is doing a lot more for you than your £400 belt, bro.
Yeah.
In my opinion. You can have a cash belt and clean Forces.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
All right, I think that's a good answer because I feel like women with good shoes and nice feet.
Look, you're being shallow.
You get me? Come on, you get me? But even if you know what foot, even if you know what shoe suits your foot,
Yeah.
that can improve your foot.
Yeah, true.
You get me? Food for thought. Jollof rice or rice and peas?
I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's better, isn't it?
It is.
It is better. I had a good rice and peas recently, though.
Do you know what? I love rice and peas, but you see jollof, you can actually you really can eat it by itself.
I feel like real Jamaicans have white rice anyway with fucking...
Yeah, I don't really eat rice and peas as well.
Yeah, I don't... You know what? Observation. Any Jamaican that I know, they have white rice, you know.
Yeah, like if you have a party, we have kids parties or even just adult parties, it's curry goat and white rice.
Yeah.
On a Sunday,
because you got fed up though, innit, of rice and peas.
And not everyone likes the peas. It's just the extra. I think it's just
extra,
something extra to like fill you up in the meal. We add everything.
Yeah. What about you? What are you saying, bro?
I like rice.
You tried jollof rice?
Yeah, I've had it once.
Oh yeah.
You've only had it once.
You ain't
Yeah,
been
I've only
christened properly. Yeah, that's what it is.
I just eat Indian food all the time.
Yeah, there
I
you
hear
go.
you.
So
say
that's
no
it.
more.
Yeah.
You're fucking with that. So what would you class yourself? A city girl or homebody?
Homebody. I don't think I even give off city vibes.
Nah, you don't still. I just have to double check. Self-awareness. You get me? Testing you. Champagne or Prosecco?
Prosecco. I can't lie to you. I'm a Croydon girl.
Oh, just through, Charlie.
I wish I knew, man. I could have saved some money, man.
Yeah.
Don't lie. It was half empty when I got it.
No. We killed. Nah, it's true. It's true. It's true, man. That's why I asked you if you want champagne earlier. I was thinking, should we get champagne? But she's like, nah, I don't really fuck with that. You get me? I'm from South.
Yeah.
Makeup or natural?
Natural.
I like that, man.
Natural.
But I feel like makeup's become like a whole thing now, man. Like it's like an industry. Like it's a proper trend, man.
It is. Do you know what? I've never really been a mad... Actually, let me not lie. I think I went through a little stage maybe for like a year when I was like my early 20s. I'm acting like I'm old. But
Innit, grandma.
but like my really early 20s where literally I wouldn't not wear makeup. It was
every
weird.
day.
Yeah, it was really weird.
Yeah,
like when I think about it now, I'm like, why? Now I'm like, I'll wear a bit of makeup, but I won't do a full face. Like I'll do something to like.
That's what I rate though. Yeah,
Add to my face.
That's what I was trying to say, man, to somebody. Like sometimes you just gotta touch the eyes a little piece.
Yeah, like a bit of mascara, maybe a bit of blusher to add a bit of colour to your face.
Do you think the music that you listen to promoted that?
What, like the makeup?
Like lack of
makeup.
Yeah. Like does that make sense? Like in Neo Soul.
Oh, your taste in music.
Yeah.
But whenever I'm listening to it, it's just about embracing yourself and being calm.
Indie
being cool.
cold.
Yeah, I think, probably. I think so.
More natural vibes.
Natural, like it's all like self-love and like, do you know what I mean? Just loving you how you are and stuff. Like, and not to lie, like, not to say that girls put makeup on because they think they're like ugly without it. But I really think I look way better. Like, when I beat a face, I look all right, but I think I look way better without makeup.
Yeah.
And that's just me being honest.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, the clean look just looks better to me.
Funny though.
Why?
Beat a face, that's correct.
Yeah, like, I don't know. You know, sometimes people, you look at people and they look good with makeup, but when they take the makeup off, you're like, wow, why do you wear makeup?
Yeah, enough girls like that.
Yeah.
Trust me, man. Good skin and a glow and that.
Do you know what I mean? All you need is a good like cream, a little spray to give you a
face scrub and that. Go sauna.
Honestly,
yeah, man.
So yeah,
I agree, man. Afro beats or bashment?
Bashment.
All day. I hear that. I didn't know if that was a good one after because obviously you listen to something.
And it's Jamaican Independence Day, so I'm gonna say it anyways by default.
Salute, man. Salute. You get me? Podcast or radio?
Podcast.
All day.
Yeah,
I hear that.
Pretty privileged to be precise.
Yeah.
Quick little plug there.
You get me? Chip or Stormzy?
Stormzy.
She had to, innit? Because of
Croydon massive, I have to.
You could have gone back to the ends of where she's like, no, man. You get
Everyone be waiting for me at the tram stop.
Imagine.
You lot got trams as well, man. It's mad.
Yeah, we're
trams
special.
there?
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what she said that, bro.
We're like Amsterdam, but like more local.
The tram,
all like
thing,
Wolverhampton.
Yeah. Huh? They got trams here?
Yeah.
Do they?
Well, I didn't even know that, man.
Anyway.
Yeah, Croydon, you can't.
Amsterdam.
You pop out Amsterdam, you get me? You pop out the station in Croydon and there's just a tram there.
Yeah.
Just there, waiting for you, bruv. You get me? It's mad. Nah, that's all the questions I had for you, though. I just wanted to get your take on it still.
Oh, okay.
But what they got in store, man? I feel like we've had a fun episode, man.
Yeah.
What we got in store, man? I feel like there's definitely gonna be a lot of ladies and gents too from that group chat, that are just waiting for the comeback, man. And I see you networking. You get me? I bump into it. That made you think thing and that.
Yeah. Do you know what? I haven't been very proactive. I've been like very quiet, to be fair. Even on my Instagram and stuff, I haven't really been doing much. But obviously, as you've seen, I'm getting back out of my show or whatever. And obviously, just because we hadn't like trying to organise stuff with the pod, so the pod is obviously in the works. So hopefully, very, very, very soon we'll start recording some episodes, and we'll be back on your TV screens, your phones, or whatever you watch podcasts
online,
on. And actually, also I've hosted, presented my first ever documentary. So
sick.
What's that about?
It's about fashion and music.
Oh, that's
so
sick.
So
that's
I'm
amazing.
like really interested in like.
I'm
a nosy person, so I'm very into like journalism and stuff. So that's like the other side of presenting I want to get into. So thanks to my friend that keeps my name in rooms I'm not in. So
bang bang.
I filmed that.
Hey, that's love. That is.
And,
is that about a particular? When you say music and fashion, have they got like a
basically like how fashion has, or like how music's influenced like fashion and like rappers' identities and like X, Y, Z. So it's going to be like a short documentary. But it's the first one that I presented. So be nice to me when you see it.
Nah, we got you, man.
But that's it really. And whatever other opportunities fall into my lap, I'm really open to them, and I feel like I've been manifesting them. So hopefully they'll come to me real soon.
Nah, 100%, man. You know, keep going, keep pushing.
That's it.
You always got a home here.
Yes.
We appreciate your time.
That's all right.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
It's always nice to have someone come and share their story. And you know what? Time is not made, it's sacrificed. You get me? So like, I appreciate you spending some time with us today, kicking it.
Yeah, definitely.
And anything you ever need from us, we got your back, man. We support your thing. You get me?
Aww.
Come on, man. My sis, man.
Come on.
April Hamilton. Follow her on the gram. What's the Twitter? Same thing.
Do you know? I don't know. I don't really use Twitter. I only like activated it the other day.
Oh, you back?
Yeah, I'm back, but I haven't really put anything on it. I really don't use Twitter. I've just never got into it.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't use Twitter. You're more a Twitter guy, innit?
Yeah,
I think I'm an Instagrammer.
Twitter's good.
Yeah. I think you're either one or the other normally.
Twitter's just funny, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I just go on there to see what people are writing, but other than that,
I think I get in trouble on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just stay off it, bro. I'll be honest.
But yeah, Instagram, April Hamilton, if you want to follow me.
That's it, man. And watch out for everything that's coming. You get me?
And follow Pretty Privilege.
Yeah, 100%, man. I want to come on there sometime anyway, man. So
yeah, definitely. When we're back and running, you'll be one of our guests. One of the first guests to come on.
It'd be sick. Subscribe, follow, comment, share. Make sure you follow your girl, April Hamilton. Real Talk True Stories, man. It's been a good episode. I've enjoyed it thoroughly. It's been different, you know what I mean? Like, you don't really get us talking about relationships and red flags too much. Very much about rap and grime and road and rare. But you get me, we got our soft side too, man. So have a good weekend. Boom bang.